All right, we're live. The varnish story. I've been working on snowblowers all week because we got a big storm coming supposedly tonight, around maybe 5-6 o'clock into tomorrow. Okay, 7 to 12 inches the whole state. So I email my neighbors. All right, 4 or 5 neighbors that I service their stuff. Make sure it starts. Make sure it starts. All right, and I do that at 7:34 yesterday morning. My one neighbor, Stu, kitty corner to me across the street, Troy built MTD. Hate those. He gives me a thumbs up. Thanks. All right. So this morning, I'm doing all my snow blowers. I mean, I must have done a dozen of them in the past week. Finished up the last 2 or 3 this morning. Okay. I'm still waiting for one customer to come. And 11 o'clock, clean up my tools, getting ready to go inside. Who comes walking across the street with his Troy built snow thrower? Stu. I look at him. I go, are you effing kidding me? It's 11 o'clock, the day of the storm. It's going to start snowing around dinner time. You're bringing it to me at 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, I said, Stu, I texted you at 7:30 yesterday morning, and you gave me thumbs up. Well, you're busy. Well, I'm busy too. What the hell? Oh, I guess I'll just shovel then. Yeah, I should have said, yeah, shovel. Anyway, needless to say, varnish. The tank smells like varnish. The carb, I mean, I got a picture of the bowl. I'll show you the bowl. Where is it? Yeah. I got a used bowl next to it and the bowl that came out of his snow thrower. Yeah. Nice, huh? Anyway, go to tip the machine up. Now the needle's stuck. It won't allow fuel down. The fuel tank filter, that's all clogged up. That won't work right, It's just, hold on, put the link out. There we go. Anyway, so needless to say, I tip it over and then everything that's in there's varnish is going all over the place. And there's no easy way to drain these MTD Troy belts. You can't put anything in there except if you have one of those weird flexible funnels, the kind that fold up. Other than that, nothing's going to go in there. So now I got varnish all over the place. Okay. It's on my clothes. It's on my shoes. I mean, even now in my porch, I stink like varnish. And I'm so pissed. Hey, Klaus. It's the worst smell. It takes days to get it out. It's just terrible. I can't stand it.
Did you spill it all over yourself?
Oh, yeah, because when I tipped the machine over, the needle didn't work, right? So then I got the needle to work, but then trying to tip it back over with a funnel and this and that, it got all over the place. Then I had a big dish with a clear thing. I hit that with my foot, and it went all over. Oh, yeah, it just, So, yeah. So anyway, then I get it started finally, and it's going like, but, because the governor is stuck because the throttle link is stuck, the throttle. So I'm going back for like 100 times with the throttle. Finally, the governor worked, it freed up the shaft. And I said to him, I put a ton of sea foam in it. I said, run this thing for 20 minutes. Let the sea foam work its way in. And hopefully, and I said, but tomorrow, if it doesn't work, I don't want to hear from you. Unbelievable. Then another guy, like I said, I worked 2-3 hours yesterday fixing this thing that he had to have. He calls me at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'll come get it next week. I'm like, excuse me? Yeah. So next time he needs a piece fixed, I'm busy.
Oh, that's how it is. That's how it is.
And then I got another call literally 20 minutes ago. This guy, Vic, he's in Bridgeport. He calls me up. He goes, please call me. I can't get my snow thrower started. I'm like, it's noon, the day of the storm. You're calling me now to say you can't get it started. And then about 15 minutes go by. I went to go get gas. About 15 minutes go by, and then he texts me back. Oh, I got it started. Well, good, because I wasn't going to do anything. Unbelievable. Uh-oh. Let me see if that's a kite. You hear the doorbell? That may be a customer. I'll be right back. Klaus, take over.
Yes, I will. Why did it have to go to me? So it's his birthday edition tonight. I wonder who could be having a birthday. Well, I think it's Hank. Tomorrow, not today. Yeah, I can do a giveaway, John. Yeah, absolutely. And Bruce is backstage, and See, I'm only half running the show right now because I don't have all the buttons. Can he still have those? So those in the base. No, now we got the faithful second in command. There
Sorry, I had to save you there. I didn't want you
thank you.
Messing up there.
Yeah.
Or stuck all by yourself. So how is everyone?
Fantastic.
Oh, I stink.
Can you hear
Well,
me?
you know, I think that's like people eating cilantro. You know, it's like it doesn't bother me. I don't know why.
Stella, I would rather eat a pound of cilantro than smell like varnish.
I think cilantro is gross. And
I got that gene, Bruce, where it tastes like soap to me. Me and my daughter. My son is fine. My daughter and I, yeah.
It's everywhere down here. Cilantro is.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I can't do it.
It's the good stuff.
But I tell you, though, it tastes like dish soap to me.
Well, they say that there's two kinds of people. Ones that like cilantro and ones that don't.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go, Stella.
But it's genetic, actually.
It is.
And that's what I think now. I'm deciding that the people that think cilantro tastes like soap are also the people that can't stand the smell of varnicized gas. It doesn't bother me at all, and I love.
No, I don't mind the smell, Stella. But when now my house smells like it, I'm going to get shit from my wife. All right.
Blame it on
cilantro.
No, varnish from the
Carburetor.
Blame Virgil.
Oh, I'd rather smell Virgil than this.
I'm going to leave the comments down to see if I can survive on StreamYard with just my video.
Yeah,
it uses up bandwidth.
Well, you're looking good. You're looking all tan and like you're living at the beach or something.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Will's saying he got funny looks when he stunk like it. I was gonna go get a nice porchetta sandwich down at the Italian restaurant down the street. I was like, I can't go in there smelling like this. You know,
No.
It's really weird. I'll come in from the shop and I'll hold my coat right up to Trudy's face and I'll say, "Do I smell like gas?"
No, Tommy, this guy was coming to pick one up and pay me, so that was a good visit.
Hey, did you get Phil figured out?
Oh, that Phil. I was wondering what you meant by Phil. Oh, yeah. But I mean, another one with the note. Did you guys read the note? Were you able to read the note? Yeah. When I get a minute, when I get free. I'm not going to get free. There's a snowstorm coming. What do you mean free?
Drops it off while you're at work and wants it done before the snow starts.
Unbelievable.
Right. That's why I say everything is next Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? And I am like this, and I didn't even realize I was like this. My friends and the people who know me, they don't know it. They know I don't move as fast as I did when I was 40. They drop off a machine and they don't expect it for a week. Those are the ones that get it right away. And then the neighbors and the neighbors or the people that drop their machine, oh my God, it's going to snow this afternoon.
It's funny. They're selling a house across the street.
They might pay more.
Yeah, across the street, 2 houses up, there's a house for sale. So all these people, especially from New York, they're all up looking at this house, and they see me with a driveway full of power equipment. They're like probably saying, "Who the hell is this guy?"
That's a good thing, though. A neighbor with
a blade. Is it good or is it
a guy with a driveway full of power equipment
out of his house? But Artie, what's going on, Artie? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Henry's birthday is actually tomorrow. He's spending today with his son, daughter-in-law, and lovely granddaughter Everly. He'll be home. He may be home in time to come on because I'll keep it the full length. He may be on later, depending on the track of the storm. Because where his son is along the coast, they may not get a lot, but he's going to get some, so he may leave.
Okay, Close. You better say hello to Trudy. It's your turn.
Oh,
hi, Trudy.
Hello.
Hello. Just heading to the beach.
Oh, it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it,
There you
That's right.
We were going to have leftovers last night, and a couple that we helped their first night in, Trudy made them lasagna, and we brought them in and had them supper. They brought over takeout from the little restaurant last night, so we didn't have to have lasagna 2 days in a row.
What is takeout in Mexico, though? I mean, we go for Mexican takeout. What do Mexicans take out?
Oh, this is coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp with rice and vegetables.
Oh, okay, like Chinese, Japanese, that kind of stuff.
Sounds good to me.
It's got a Mexican tinge to it, most of it.
Cilantro.
Good cilantro. Not on my dish.
Not yet.
But they have a really good burger down there. They've got so if you don't like Mexican food, and they've got good Like I love their hot dogs. Trudy doesn't eat the hot dogs, but I think hot dogs are a health food.
Are they like red hots or what kind of hot dogs?
They're just
hope-
a
I hope
regular
it's health
run-of-the-mill
food.
garden
I hope
variety hot dog when they clean off the floor of the meat market and put
Yeah.
it through the grinder. Yeah,
Everything but the oink.
everything but the oink.
Mhm.
But it is good food.
They are good. And then all I do, because I'm here, is I just say más caliente, and I don't know if that's good or bad grammar,
Very
but
hot,
that just
very
means a
hot.
little more hot,
Hmm.
so that they cook the hot dog with, so you got some grill lines in it.
What's going on? Yeah, I figured I'd come on a little early. Maybe our friends in Australia, New Zealand might chime in. We'll see what happens.
Maybe
Uh,
Tom Thumb.
Hey, there you go.
Maybe he'll be doing a little better.
Adios.
See you, Trudy.
I
Have fun,
only
Trudy.
got part of that.
Yeah,
Is that
that's-
why he went to the doctor?
Yep.
The thumb?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Oh,
that's
something
that's
else.
but
Okay.
Oh, that's nasty.
Just
he
a
was,
little
he was so. I was explaining to him. I think this was the day after he had his thumb incident. I said, "Well, I've tried that before, and I learned from my grandmother. You just put the finger on the edge of the table and whack it one." He got all pale and had to go and lie down.
Ouch.
Poor Tom. I'm so sorry I did that. You know?
You know what though? A hot paper clip works fantastic.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's got a blunt end, right?
Yep.
So the hole is actually not going to close over right away.
Yeah, we
And
should
then
get a paper clip and a Bic lighter. Just get it nice and red.
Well,
I use the paint
he used a
torch
drill
and
bit.
with white hot and just.
It looked to me he had a drill bit in his hand. Was I missing
Yeah.
something there?
Yeah,
No, he drilled it. He drilled the
it.
nail.
You could drill it.
Oh, so he drilled the fingernail with the drill bit
Yeah.
and then had to go.
But
get-
nowadays, I like the nichrome wire they use at the walk-in, where it just goes white hot instantly, and that's it.
Mhm.
It's like
It's,
it's like an
Then I
igniter
said
for
to
an
him-
Estes rocket. Remember the old igniters?
I got 3 or 4
Nichrome
likes on
wire?
this one, but I said to him, Tom, there's 2 kinds of pain when you're 67 years old. There's pain that goes away, and there's pain that doesn't go away.
Yeah. No, but I mean, a squeezed finger. That's almost like toothache. It's an exquisite pain.
But
It
but
really
his
is.
was kind of tiny. I've had it where it's like half the nail. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
I had the whole nail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole nail usually you lose it after that.
You're gonna lose. It's gonna come off. And it was, yeah.
Ugh.
I've done that twice.
Tom's will probably just grow out because it's pretty small.
And it's usually on a piece of equipment, like you're hammering a nail, and it's usually on something that's not stable, like a fence,
Hmm.
or mine was a crate on a piece of equipment, right?
That or ball peen hammer where it's round, it just slips
And
right out.
I did her with a full whack as hard as you can go with your arm. I did go to the hospital for that one.
The last time it happened, it's years ago, it was my index finger, and I was working on a moped that was chain driven, and it just came in between the chain and the sprocket, and it went halfway around.
Oh.
I got it out before it started to hurt, and then I had to go to the edge of the table and go, and then it says, and there's blood, and then the
Yeah.
pain goes
Well,
sort of.
the paper clip is a little more finesse than that.
I know, but it has to go fast because it hurts a lot.
We've all been there.
Okay,
We've all done it.
we'll stop this one, otherwise
I bet you
Stella's going to get the
I bet your
shakes.
Stella's wound her finger around a rear sprocket a time or two.
I have managed to avoid that. The one time I did it, I sort of caught the edge of my finger, not the fingernail itself. So
Yeah, got
There it
running.
is.
Got it going.
I was lucky that the chain was really
What did you-
loose.
Did you bill him good, Ken?
Yeah, bill him. Yeah, neighbor. Yeah. No, I actually I borrowed that snow thrower about 5 years ago. It was like 4 a.m. because he works in New York, in Larchmont, New York, so he leaves at like 4:30 in the morning. And we had a wicked snowstorm one night where Monday morning, all the neighbors were out like 4 a.m. because they got to catch their train or whatever. So I didn't have one at the time. I usually have one that I fix, or now I have my own, but I didn't have one at the time. So Stu was out there literally like 4 a.m, and I was like, Stu, not for nothing. I said, can I borrow this thing? Oh yeah, sure. So this was payback. Better not ask for anything else. This was, I mean, every year I change the oil for him. I don't charge him. I gotta make sure it's, but I said to him, I go, Stu, you didn't run out the gas? No, there was like half a tank of gas. I mean, I'm talking green gas. And I was like, Stu, come on.
Nasty.
So,
Nice.
and then
You
he
know,
says to
even if
me,
you just turn off the gas valve and
"There's
run
no
it-
gas valve on these. There's no gas valves."
Oh, is that? It looked like a Tecumseh. There should be a
No,
gas.
It's a Powermore, MTD Powermore.
Oh, I didn't see
Metal
it.
tanks with that outlet filter that's on the barb. Yeah. Oh, they're
that
terrible.
big long ugly thing.
I had to end up taking my BG86, putting it on top of the gas tank, put pressure into the gas tank
Oh
to
yeah,
free up the fuel flow
yeah.
to get fuel to flow.
Blow the fuel through the.
Yeah, and that's what I
Oh.
did. And finally it worked. And then the governor stuck because the throttle was stuck. And you can't
Right.
get up in there. You have to take half the machine part. I was like, it was like 11:30. I said, I'm not dealing with this. So I take the governor shaft, and it was going like real low. So I'm like back and forth to the governor shaft for like a minute. All of a sudden, oh, there we go. Leave it. You know. So and then I put maybe, oh my God, probably 3 ounces of what is it? What's the shit we put in the tank? The white can. The
Well, you can use
seafoam.
seafoam,
I put a shitload of
gas
seafoam in there.
stabilizer, anything.
Yeah, I said run this thing for 20 minutes. Do not shut it off. Let the thing get the seafoam in it, and so hopefully. And I said tomorrow, if it doesn't work, don't call me.
I have never used seafoam. And
Oh, I
have-
tell you, I never was the biggest fan of it, but now
Wow.
since I've seen a lot of Pate's videos, I'm telling you,
I had a customer
people-
bring a can. I had a customer bring a can of that stuff, and I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
oh, shoot.
Yeah.
So he was there, and no, I went to his house. It was a house call,
Mhm.
and he had some seafoam there. And my gosh, I used it externally and internally on the carburetor. And you know how the throttle freezes, right? Just from schmoo. And I poured seafoam into the tank
Yeah.
and onto the carburetor, and
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. So hey, it's got it perfect.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, I was surprised. I
Hey,
was
Robert.
amazed it did. What's going on there, Robert?
Yeah, they might here and put the new oil filter on the engine, put oil in it. But I got the owner's manual for this mower, and they're saying 51 ounces with an oil filter, 35 without. I'm like, then I looked the engine up, and it says 48 ounces. I'm like, how would these people make their mind up how much oil this thing's supposed to have? Because the only thing you can do is put oil in it till you know it's at the full mark on the dipstick. I'm like,
That's it. I don't
Yeah.
trust anyone where they say it takes so many because so much is still in the engine and all that. So you never know.
yeah. I just wish I brought the darn key with me. I'd fire the thing up. I forgot to bring the key with me, but I got to put the hood back on it.
I was just lucky I had an extra carburetor with that same bowl on it that I could use. You know,
Yeah, that's
I've
nice.
seen that. I've seen that
that's
video
what I
where
say.
that guy
Don't throw out old carbs. Keep them in a bin. You never know.
You know me, I got boxes and boxes of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, it
for
was.
sure.
I was thinking about you the other day, Brucey, because I had a pilot jet. You know the brass pilot jet on the Tecumsehs, the older ones, on the
Yeah,
LMT.
the big long one.
Yeah, the long brass
Okay.
one. I go to drill it out with the thumb drill, of course. Snap. Oh, okay, great. So I said, where am I going to get another one? Oh shit, I got a ton of Tecumseh carbs. So I went in there. I found a Chinesium Tecumseh clone, and I just for the hell of it, I took some pin wires I had. The clone Chinese one was literally 2,000 or 3,000 bigger than stock. So I turned it. It worked perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they're not a fussy thing. All you got to do is restrict a little bit of gas flow, and they'll run.
But you want it to idle nice. You want to give it a nice idle. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well, if
But
you're in a
too
hurry,
many people-
if you're in a hurry, anything will work.
Too many people though think that small engines should be like Harley Davidson's, like data. No, especially not splash engines. Splash engines need a little RPM. You know.
The video I just put out, it was one-
1800
it was
is
on the
idle.
commercial.
Yeah,
On
and
the
most people
commercial.
think 1800. It's like wow. Go ahead, Bruce. Sorry.
Yeah, idle at 1800. And the video I just put out with that commercial Honda snow thrower, not blower.
Yep.
It was still surging when I was done,
Mhm.
but it wouldn't. It stopped surging under load. And
Oh yeah,
the-
what the newer Tecumsehs too, the ones from like 08, 09, whatever.
Yeah.
When with the ones that have just the brass nut on the bottom without the drain or anything, or the non-adjustable jet, yeah, they
Yeah.
hunt like a mother. But once you put the augers on, It's fine.
So I said to the guy who owned it, I said, you know, it's still surging. But before he couldn't even use it because it was just like, wah, wah. And when I was done, it was like, wah, wah, wah.
Yep.
I hated to make a video on it, but I thought I need this video because I'm going away.
Yep.
So I phoned him up and he says, no, if it runs good under load, bring it back. He didn't have the time to wait for me to get a carburetor because we were having what you're having now, snow coming in 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, I had a nice, easy one this morning. The guy called me up a couple days ago, and I said, your timing's terrible. I said, I don't know if I'll have time. If I do, I'll call you. So I texted him this morning at 8 o'clock, and I said, I'm ready to come over. Are you up? He waits like 30 minutes to text me. Oh, I've been up since 5:30. Why the hell did it take you half hour to text me? You know?
Phone is no speaker on phone.
Yeah, right. So anyway, I go over there, and I have my patented Tom Scandian Spark Check R, okay? And I put it on. We hit the electric start, red light. I said, you don't have any spark. He goes, what do you mean? So I take out the spark plug, and it's a BPR 6ES, whatever.
Should be
A
good.
little teeny piece of carbon stuck between the electrodes.
Oh, yeah. Shorten it out.
Yep, short it out. And he looks at me. He goes, what's that? I go, a little piece. He goes, what does that mean? I go, nothing to you. So I went, I cleaned it out. I put it back in. First up, started right, smoking like crazy because he primed the hell out of it and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I said, run it for a few minutes, let it clear out all the crap in there. But yeah, so that was a quick $40 for literally 3 minutes work. So
Should have been.
Yeah, but if you had to go over there, you should have charged him a little bit.
he's a
more.
mile away, 1 mile. And I was coming
Doesn't
back
matter.
from another something, you know.
Yeah, but you used your fuel, your time, your truck.
It would have cost me.
I'm just as guilty. I'm just as guilty.
Yeah, it cost me $1 in fuel. No big deal.
Yeah, I know.
60.
Yeah.
They'll respect you more.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Now,
In the morning, Stella.
That's
Wow.
right.
Speaking
It
of
was funny.
carburetors.
The same guy, I went over his house a year ago. He didn't know the symbol for choke closed or open. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to start it with choke open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he goes, won't start.
I mean, that still gets me once in a while when the damn thing is sideways to the actual.
Yep. I
you know,
tell him,
it's 90,
show
90
me
degrees
what
to
you're
the
doing.
carburetor float.
Yeah. I tell him, show me what you're doing.
Plus, I can't see anything anymore.
Hmm.
You guys are just kind of a blur, eh?
Well, actually, a lot of people don't even realize what a choke is anymore because their cars don't have chokes anymore. I
Hmm.
mean, when I learned to drive, it was like you push the accelerator down, hold it, and then let it off, and that set the choke.
I did your accelerator pump and all that stuff.
Yep.
Automatic choke.
Yep.
Guys, I'm just going to pop back in the house. The Wi-Fi here is pretty nasty tonight.
I don't know.
Oh,
You've
So
been
isn't it
looking,
something that those
you've been looking good to me,
those late
Sal.
80s isn't it something those late 80s supposedly greenish carburetors even ran?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was
Which
feedback
one?
loops
On
and
the-
stuff
on
on
the
there,
brakes?
and electric chokes that gradually pulled the choke off when they got hot.
Oh, yeah. You know what I had today, which I never had before? My Aaron's 1027 LE, which is a nice blower. It has the pink emulsion tube, the Tecumseh pink plastic emulsion tube. I drained everything out last year and ran it dry and all that. When I took out the bowl nut this morning, I mean, I haven't run it since February. I took out the bowl nut nice and clean. The pink plastic emulsion tube was stuck to the bowl nut. All right. The O-ring on the bottom literally was like stuck to the thing. So when I pulled it out the emulsion tube with both O-rings, and they were all crusty and flat and, the old O-rings. So they're just a 006 O-ring. If you go to your hardware store, 006 is the little Tecumseh O-ring. That's the size of it. So I put 2 new ones on, put a little bit of Earl on them, and stuck it right back in. So started right up, first pull.
Is that the O-ring for the bowl nut?
No. The O-ring
No,
for the
you're talking
emulsion
about
tube.
the emulsion
The 2 of
tube.
them on the emulsion tube, the pink plastic emulsion. The
Oh,
emulsion
yes. Oh, you actually
They
got
come in pink, light blue, white, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Right.
red. Yeah,
Wow,
this
they
one has
came
pink
out
one.
into the bowl.
Yeah, but it's stuck right. The O-ring on the bottom stuck right to the
The
brass
emulsion.
jet. Because remember, on the emissions carburetors, the bowl nut's about 5/8 long. It's not about
Longer.
a half. It's about 5/8.
Yeah.
So, but the money hole was clear and all the other stuff. So,
But a lot of the new carb bowls that you can't
Yep.
get anymore unless you buy the 60132 bigger.
Yep.
They're just those bowl seals are just a skosh skinnier.
Yeah, there's
so
two
the bowl
different
probably
sizes.
sits up just a tiny bit more, right?
Yeah, there's two different sizes of those gaskets
Yeah.
because the older adjustable ones, there's actually two different threads. There's the 3/8 24 thread, but then there's a one with a 5/16 still. So there's two different sizes.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
And that's the
Oh, yeah.
Tecumseh with the bigger hole or the smaller hole.
Yeah, the bigger. This was the bigger hole. Yep.
Yeah.
But worked out. This is what you could tell because the bowl nuts underneath had that little ball bearing stuck in the end. After they drill it, they pound that little ball bearing in there.
Yep.
So.
No. The other day I got another carburetor in, and this is the spark plug that came with it.
Oh,
Torch!
goody.
Torch.
That's a torch. Or
Torch!
a New York Police Department.
Torch. Throw it out.
Yep. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I'll be honest though. In the past couple of days, I've worked on a few pieces of equipment where
You
the
left
guys
it in.
really didn't want to spend a lot of money, and two of them had torch plugs. And honestly, they ran good. And I said, I'm not
Well,
going to change it. But
If
usually,
they're running, they're running. If they're
yeah,
running,
exactly. They either run or they don't. And the last time I changed one was one that ran for probably 2 years, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. That's all it was.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
well, when it's not the time of year to get fussy.
oh yeah. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Oop, where is it? Oop. Ba, ba, ba.
Oh yeah, and I got another project coming up. I'm gonna convert my XT Poland to a bigger gas tank.
Those XTs are funny though because they got those real tiny front wheels on them, and the back wheels are like the front wheels on a lot of tractors.
Yeah, well, this is yeah.
Are you talking a tractor?
It's a lawn tractor.
Yeah.
It's got it's like entry level. Like
I've never
really,
seen one.
It's really cheaply built. Yeah.
Lots of
Well,
plastic.
A Poulon, yeah, it's got the gray plastic in the front with the red hood, but the tires are they're almost like wheelbarrow tires. They're tiny.
Nah. This is my Poland XT, Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got lots of glitz, but no glamour.
Yeah, well. There's two
Look at the
versions
size of
of
the
it.
front wheels. Look at the size of the front wheels.
Yeah, 15x6.
Really?
Versus 16,
Yep.
6.5 eighths.
16 by 8, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't really, yeah. That damn freaking damn light.
Man, if it was wet, that would be sometimes you cut when it's wet, right? I mean, that
Yeah.
would be tough to steer.
Hmm.
Well,
They actually,
the
the
thing-
stock XTs came with even skinnier tires on them.
yeah.
Those
But
are a little
this-
wide I think there was, when you look up the parts list for that tractor, you'll see two different options for front and rear tires.
Yeah, because like I said, when I got this tractor, there was so much stuff missing. I'm like, but somebody who did too much Mary Jane was trying to work on it, and they just walked away from it. And I'm like, and the lady who owned it, she finally seen it on the video, and she's like, "What's he doing with my lawnmower?" Well, you bought
You
$100.
should have bought a weed eater.
She borrowed $100 from me. And I
Oh.
told the guy, I said, tell her she comes up with $1,100, she can have the mower back, $1,000 for the mower and $100 that she said she was going to pay me back, and she never did. So I'm like, yep, well, sorry, but nope.
I think she had to buy a dime bag.
Yeah, well.
Uh-oh, what happened to Robert?
Bad internet.
Yeah, he's walking around with a cell phone. I put my nothing. Different program. Stop, Bruce, stop.
Oh yeah, speaking of carburetors, I'm trying to figure out what kind of car I had.
You know what I'm talking about, Stalin.
Yeah, I have that
Stupid brain.
snapper. I had that snapper 28-inch high vac. Extra tough that I put that 13 horse enduro to come on. But this is not a bowl carburetor that's on it. It's one of them black ones with some kind of, I don't know. It's
The Tecumseh Cube carburetor?
Yeah. The guy at the shop
Those are fun.
the guy at the shop who put it on for me said he had a rebuild kit for it. And I'm like, well,
The only thing on those cube carbs, you got to remember on the very bottom where the plastic jet is, there's a spring and a ball. You got to put them in or else it will not run right.
Because that was at that just small engine repair out there out west. He made a video where he converted it from the that cube to a round.
Yeah, the cubes are okay, but they were mostly used on like the VLV engines, on like the Aaron's walk behind
We
motors.
done?
You know,
Because the engine came off another snapper, Render Rider, but it was a snapper that I didn't like the design of it. I like my 1985 because you can adjust the belt tension, and I had it perfectly set. The piece of tube when it comes out the back, there's the engine. I measured it. I'm like, yep.
Lee, if there is, Lee, I haven't heard of it. If there is.
Tough Torque is a good brand, but it's TUFTORQ, Tough Torque.
Yeah.
It's a Tough Torque is a very well known brand, like a K.
But Lee's asking for an aftermarket.
Oh, is there one? Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Tough Torque's 700 for a new one isn't bad, to be honest with you. But you can't find a used one somewhere. Usually, you get used ones for $1.50.
Yep. It's just like what?
Oh, but what's wrong with it, though, Lee? What's wrong with it? It's an LT 155. I'm assuming it's a 5-speed.
It's a hydro.
Oh, it's a hydro. Yeah, but a hydro usually they're not hard to fix, unless it's totally torn up inside. I would take it apart just to see, because sometimes it could be something simple in there.
But if you can get a good used for 200, I mean, have you seen
that's true.
The prices for Tough Torque parts are.
But I know even what's his name? Terrell's got a good video, I think, on rebuilding that Hydrotran, taking it apart. It's not hard. It really isn't hard to do. It's just you have to know where the two hidden screws are, so you're not trying to pry it apart while it's still screwed together.
Yeah.
You got those two hidden screws.
But the parts they're hideously expensive.
I don't know. Around here, you can get actual rebuild kits direct from Tough Torque. It's not too bad. There's a guy, I forget the guy's name. I think Brian, I think is his name. The technician at Tough Torque, a real nice guy.
But we are looking at $300 or $400 for a repair kit with two pump a pump and a motor, right?
K51, okay, K51. I wonder.
There are K51s.
I thought there were two different ones available on a 55. I want 55.
But what it that Montgomery Ward limited edition
Monkey Ward
that there was a limited edition power pack mower I had. It had a what was it? Yeah, it was a Tecumseh Peerless hydrostatic transmission in that thing. I said I couldn't believe that guy gave it to me, but he had the right front tire held on by a finish nail or something. I was going up the driveway at the house while I was staying, and the damn front tire come off. I'm like, you got to be. And the front wheels, you won't believe what they come off of. K-Grove mower. They sold at Kmart. I could tell right off by the car. I'm like, yep, them come from a K-Grove tractor. I wish I sometimes still had that mower. Only thing was that starter.
Still, I shrunk it.
Hey, look, I just got a text. Listen to this text. Hey, Ken, you serviced my snowblower last year, and I never had to use it. Ha ha. Not sure if we're still getting a snow tomorrow, but I tried to start it, and it runs for 30 seconds, blows white smoke, and shuts down.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Head gasket. If it's a brakes.
Bruce, so you didn't use up your internet allotment for the day.
I reset the maybe, the modem is wireless. The modem that feeds this condo has no input. It's a wireless input from the server. Can you believe that?
Well,
So
they might have some sort of
somebody's
bandwidth
throttling.
restrictions on it.
Yeah, someone's throttling me back.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
I wasn't that paranoid until the CIA started following me around.
Oh, okay.
Where's your tinfoil hat?
Yeah. I just unplugged the modem and plugged it back in again, and I'm back for a while. But you know how most modems have the phone company or the coax connector or the fiber going into it?
Right.
This one has nothing. It's a modem with a power supply, and it takes the radio signal from somewhere for the input. Pretty weird stuff in Mexico, man. It's not like home.
Oh, no.
Oh, this one's a Bolin, so it's an MTD.
Sorry, I got-
Powermore, another Powermore.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with Powermore. Power Smart, not so smart.
Over here, Husqvarna in the whole range of
I did it a year
a
ago.
whole range of tractors, they've started putting in their own engines rather than Briggs and Stratton and Hondas, and they're made by Long Sin.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see them. We'll follow them down the line how they're faring.
Maybe they'll go cheap too, because Lonkin makes a good engine.
They do make good engine. It's not the engine that's an issue with them; it's everything else.
I know.
The starter,
bolts.
the carb, the coil.
Handles, bolts, tires, wheels,
Yep.
brackets.
No. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
on the engine itself, I think
Hi,
it's
Tom.
pretty solid. But the starter and the coil, the wires, carburetor, they tend to break a little more often, I think.
What was it? Somebody
Hey, Tom.
give me it. What was it?
Hi, Tom.
I know. Cub Cadet. There's a
Hi,
Cub
Tom.
Cadet walk. There's a Cub Cadet walk
Oh,
behind
nice,
me.
eh?
Yeah.
What did he say? I'm gonna try the pop-out chat. I'm pressing my luck.
Somebody give me a MTD. Was it? Yeah, Cub Cadet. Walk behind more. That thing was it. It's less than 22 inch. And that thing had one of them Japanese knockoff ones.
You didn't miss anything, Tom.
Come show us your thumb, Tom. We're dying to see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably healed over by now. He's a young guy.
Who's got a compressor running in the background?
I don't hear it.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh,
Wouldn't be me.
anybody knows what this goes to? I just found this on my
Could be my
mobile.
scanner in there screwing up.
I don't know, Robert. Don't know.
Well, that's obviously that looks like a cheap one, Robert.
Well, I know it's some kind of square. I don't know. It went to something. I don't know. So far, I ain't had no.
It's probably something that goes in a handle somewhere in a piece of plastic.
Right. With a little lever to hold the back of it.
You've been working on any leaf blowers lately, Robert?
Nope. I need a fire. I got 2 handheld. Well, hell, I really got 3 handhelds. I need to fire up.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant if you had one taken apart, it might have been
Nope.
from that.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Okay, good. Good.
Nah. I when I take stuff apart, I try to put stuff either back where it came from or put it somewhere. So when I I try to get it all done.
I do that too, and sometimes I fail.
Yeah. It's when they hit the floor and go.
Bing, and they go into nowhere land immediately.
Yeah, my concrete sloped to the back of the bench, and I have to get down on my hands and knees with a magnet to find it.
Yeah. I got the long magnet just for that, you know.
Yeah.
Until you realize it's stainless. Ah, crap. You can't fish for it.
Yeah. On one you sent out yesterday, you got that retainer. Ooh.
Yeah. I just did a small snow thrower, small single stage, old Toro 2-stroke. I think it's a Tecumseh engine.
Pretty generic.
That the carburetor float. That there's a little funny looking spring going across. I've never seen that before. Ever.
It's for vibration and gas cavitation.
That's a big word.
Yeah, I know. Gas. Oh, cavitation.
This guy, he's got all the fuel in it from last year. I said, it's going to be green and stink like varnish. I said, drain some out. If it starts to smell like varnish and it's dark green, you're screwed. What do you mean? You fixed it last year. Yeah, literally a year ago, January 23rd of last year. It's not going to be good. So you saw the float bowl I showed you. Exact same thrower Troy built, but Boland's colors. Same exact one.
The thrower that came in here, that they swore they always use that premix can fuel. Always. Yeah. The funny thing is, when I opened the bowl up, it looked just like that.
Yeah, black and green and garbage.
That's really bad. You know, I don't mind the green schmoo. I can deal with that.
It was all rust, though. It was all rust. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Though I don't know what they make those float bowls out of on these power moors, but you leave gas in there for a month, it's all rusted. It just pips and rusts.
And then
Well,
when you
it's
clean-
whatever
when you clean it out, you
plating
don't-
that's on there. It's cheesy plating. Like some of
You know,
those
that-
Honda carb bowls, they have some sort of bad plating on there, and I
I'm
really
surprised they don't make them out of plastic, the carb bowls. Seriously. You know?
because there's too much heat and they warp. I had some.
Yeah, but a thermoset plastic won't warp. A thermoplastic
No, Briggs
will.
550E, they don't melt.
Yeah, a thermoplastic.
Well, that's
bowl,
like
a thermoset will.
nylon or something.
Hey, what's going on?
Just got to go
There he
grab
is.
a bagel. Be right back.
Wait, what do we call
Nice
it?
haircut.
Carrig? What do we call him? What Herrig? Carrig? Sterig?
What?
What?
Korab?
What do we call you from yesterday? The hockey player?
Korab.
Gorab. There you go.
Correct.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Today it's my dad's nickname, Steph.
Steph. There you go.
Yeah. We changed our name.
Stephanie.
We changed our name. Bruce, don't start. Annie was my mom's name. Stephanie.
Ah.
Ugh. I see Mixture's got another video out. Lawnmower starting issues.
Boy, that's a hell of a nice chair that I'm looking at there in that
Oh,
screen.
Yeah. Pretty high tech. It
Oh,
looks
that's one
like
of those
something.
ergonomic ones. Yeah.
It looks like
I've got a
something
pretty
from
nice office.
the bridge of the
Wait, Wayne,
Enterprise.
did you bring some for us? You can't
Yeah,
eat
right here. Right here. I don't know how they taste today, but
What was that, bagel? Ooh.
bagel.
With raisin? What is it?
Cinnamon raisin.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, going
I would have to put a
here.
pound of butter on that.
Yeah, I like butter.
Mm.
Butter.
Butter's
Bagels
good.
What's that, New York? Bagels and cream cheese day.
Yeah,
Lox and cream cheese.
Lox and
Yeah.
bagel day.
yeah, smoked salmon, really good.
Oh yeah,
Did you call it lax?
lox. Yeah,
Lox. LOX.
LOX.
That okay. Well, the pronunciation, the way you say it, is sometimes.
I know. It's great. I love it.
Wait. Say again. What are you saying?
Lax.
Lox. Lox. What do you say?
Lox
Lox.
and bagel.
Lax.
Lax.
It's actually, we spell it LAKS, but that's salmon.
We spell it LOX.
LOX.
Yeah.
And in Canada, we spell it LOCKS.
Locks. Yeah, right. But not on bagels.
No. So you started early today.
Yeah, I figured we could get Tom on here and talk about his thumb.
Yeah, but Tom's like wimping out down there, down under.
Thumb.
He won't even come up and say hello.
What happened to his thumb?
I think
Real
he
one.
did. I
Okay.
think he did something stupid.
I would call it a miscalculation, Stella. That's
I-
the sensitive
All right.
explanation. A miscalculation. Yes.
I had to explain this one to him, but I told him he's lucky that he can still count to 21.
Oh,
And I had to explain it to him.
There you go, Klaus.
But he doesn't get that kind of humor, right? It's not his thing.
no.
Why is it called Lox?
Yiddish word. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Lax. LAKS. That's how
Sounds
we
like an
spell it.
airport. I'll meet you at LOX.
Yeah. LAKS. That's how we spell it.
Bagels and Master
Oh,
Lock.
Neil's here. Hello, Neil.
You don't get any better bagels and lox than you do in Montreal.
I bet.
New York
Montreal
City.
is famous for their bagels.
New York City.
Hey, Brock.
Hey, am I going to win?
Brock, I got the sticker. I got the keychain thing.
Oh, did you?
Thank you. Thank you.
Brock, if I win that motorcycle, you got to ship it to Alberta now, eh?
Oh, yeah.
What motor? You giving away a motorcycle?
I don't know.
No. That's going to Steph's dad afterwards.
Going to where?
Stephanie's dad, my wife's dad.
Oh, yeah.
He thought you were sending it to me. See,
Yeah.
Steph. See,
Yeah.
I changed my name.
Well, he's going on 5 years of having a major transplant. So,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
yeah.
I saw it. Was it a joke then? You're going to give this motorcycle away? I saw it on some quick short or something like that, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Was it not my short, right? No.
I'm telling you, I think
It'd be a mistake if he was giving that motorcycle away.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look.
I think the Postal Service took an early Christmas vacation this year. This was shipped from California. It's a letter on November 29th. I got it, the Christmas card yesterday.
Plus, I had one of our friends ship a Christmas card from 3 streets over on December 16th, and we got it yesterday.
Yeah. How hard can it be?
Well, no, it is. We got effed up mailmen.
Yeah.
They change. Our neighbors get our mail. We get theirs. I mean.
And I remember sending a sticker to Simone in the UK, and she got it like I think it was 3 or 4 days. So it must have caught the plane as soon as it landed. Honest to God, I couldn't believe she got it.
That was the quickest I ever got from UK. It was 3 days from Scotty Daniel. 3 days.
That was until the other postal people got a hold of the new guy. Don't do that again.
You know what it is though. The new guy, he really sucks, but he'll show up on like Christmas Eve though.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably my mistake, Lewis. I saw another guy giving away a big motorcycle, and I thought it was yours.
No, it's okay. Ain't no big deal. Now, did you get yours, Bruce, or no?
I don't know.
Wayne, did you get yours?
No, not yet, buddy.
Paul's got his, and I showed him how to make it work properly.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
You got to take off.
Stella, did you get yours yet? Man, that mailman is really lagging, huh?
Well, it's a good deal. You pay $5 and they store it for 6 months.
Yeah, right.
No, but it's kind of funny that I get mine.
So we have a very. Oh, I'm sorry, Klaus. Go ahead.
No, it's so funny that I get mine and they haven't gotten theirs yet. If they shipped at the same time,
That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, because we have a very small, like our small town. It's kind of funny. The person that we bought the house from is actually their kids work at the post office.
Ah,
And it's like,
yeah,
it's that small. It's very very small town.
How small is it?
4,000 people.
Wow, that is small.
Joke, eh?
that's actually smaller than the town I live in. Wow.
Yeah, that's small.
Yeah, 4,000 people, and that most of them actually are snowbirds. Actually, it's like a retirement community.
Snowbirds that retired to a snow place.
To a wintry place.
Yep.
Yeah.
They go to Florida and back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're only where you
They're
are
American.
when it's warm.
Yep.
They're
I thought
Americans.
they
That live
moved
in,
there for the cold, for the snow.
that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
so all
too,
the good-
mate.
Yeah, so did I.
Why would a Canadian go to, what is it, Minnesota or wherever?
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
It's in the upper
Upper in the, south of the lake.
Yep. And so everybody, like, that's the plan. If you live in Michigan, you plan on either being a snowbird all your life afterwards, or you just go and live up here.
Freeze.
So and then when I retired, my wife says time. So I said, okay,
It's
So you
time
must
to
have
be a
married a much
snowbird.
younger gal, Brock.
So you're
Yeah.
a snowbird, Brock?
No,
she hear me?
no, not anymore. No. We
You
stopped.
married a much younger gal, Brock.
Yeah. Yeah. She is young. She's 5 years younger than I am.
I wanted her to hear that so that she would be happy.
He wanted you to hear
47
it.
years younger than me.
Well, we got a little bit of snow today, So what we're doing, we're having drinks and we're making banana bread.
Oh,
Right on. We or she?
Well, she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Y'all
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't want to start. I don't want to start drinking this early. It's 12:50.
Oh wow.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Bruce.
I know.
10 to 2
I just
here.
I just get the worst headaches.
Yeah, but we love Mexico, by the way, Bruce. Yeah, we
Oh,
used
is he
to.
in Mexico?
Well, he's not in Mexico, but he.
I
Yep.
spend the winter
He's
here.
a
Yeah.
partial resident of Mexico.
He's a partial
Yeah.
resident of
Yeah.
Mexico.
Mexican
Snowbird.
snowbird. Mexican snowbird. Hey.
Mexican snowbird.
He's a legal immigrant of Mexico.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
If I
That's not
stayed a
far
month longer, I'd have to do the
Yeah.
paperwork.
Hey, did anybody notice or get an email from Farmer Tech today or yesterday?
No.
Did you see the prices of the saws now? The knockoff saws, right? $30
What?
for a complete, without bar and chain, but a complete saw. 30cc, 45, 48, 54, $30.
Somebody's dumping them.
And even the
What size is that?
372, the blue one, the real nice 372 Chinese one,
Mhm.
109.
What?
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
How many
I
cc?
think that's the end.
72 on the 372. Oh yeah, it's a monster. What people do is they buy those, and then the 3 or 4 parts that suck, they buy the OEM Husqvarna and replace them. You know,
Yep.
but for that kind of money, oh my god, that's
I
crazy.
mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah, but I mean, I've
Even
been
if
looking
you
for a
just needed a
372.
chainsaw, even if you just needed a chainsaw to cut down something,
Oh yeah.
you don't have to have it run for 5 years.
Yeah. I've been looking for a 372 for a while, and even a piece of garbage one is $500. You know, and you can get a complete saw, but it comes in a kit though. You have to put it together.
A complete saw, 372 knockoff from
It's 109 US,
$241 here.
241 your dollars.
No, your dollars.
It's 109 here for me.
I knew the Chinese was screwing me over.
Well, I'll show you the email. Here, look. Here. The 75cc saw. Watch this. 75cc saw is.
Is that on Amazon?
No, it was email. The 75cc
Wow, that's a good
saw.
looking saw. You know what's funny, man? That looks just like
An Echo.
Like an
Yeah.
Echo, yeah. But then here, watch that. Here's the 372 XP. All right. 372 XP.
Yeah, but here it comes in a carbon fiber hydro dipped top grade version.
89 US. How can you beat that?
what?
Yeah.
They must be dumping their stuff.
No, they are, but it's just, and they've been like that for a while. There's,
I'm gonna look that up.
here's the cheap ones. The real small one, like the new Echo. Remember the real small one that Echo has now?
Joe Cutter.
25cc. Look at the price.
I'm gonna look that up.
That is crazy.
And then they got another way. Look, here's the other one.
Can't
38.
even get a chain for $30.
$30. You know, they don't, you
You're
have
right.
to provide the bar and chain, but $30. Look at this one. 45.
Well, you know what, you guys? I have to talk to you.
It's crazy.
Have a
Farmer
look at
Tech.
this. Have a look at this one, Kenny.
Hold on.
Oh wow, that's nice.
What is that? The 460 or 4 what?
That's the 660.
660.
Oh yeah, that's a monster. Yeah, that's like a
And
90.
you know what? I need a 36-inch bar for my Homelite. I wonder if I could buy something like that just for the bar.
Yeah, Hustle
Yeah.
sells bars. They sell bars.
Honestly, Bruce, that there is a reason why they don't
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
I know, close, but I only want to cut one tree down and then put the saw in display.
Yeah. Don't they have a selection at Princess Auto or something?
Maybe.
Like Oregon or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oregon,
or-
you'd pay too much for Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Tractor
Trigger or
Supply.
something like that.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
A 36-inch bar. Did I
You know
hear
what?
that right?
Yeah. Wayne, that saw's 100 cc's.
Hey, Simone.
36-inch bar. How big's this tree you're cutting down?
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
I think the tree huggers are going to be chained to that tree before you get to cutting down.
Well, I got an old hermit buddy that gave me this saw that I want to go out to his place and do some cleanup work.
Mhm. That's really nice. Yeah.
Taking me 3 years to get it running.
What year is the saw?
It's a 1966 Homelite XT1020. And it'll
Over
take
here,
a
you cut
48-inch bar.
Over here, you cut down a tree without approval, you could be fined.
But you know
You
what?
gotta get natural resources there to bring their horticulture or their arborist in, and then he'll highlight the trees that can be cut and the trees that can't be cut.
It takes 3 men and a boy to start it.
In the country that has so many trees that you can't even count them.
When you got property, you can't cut your trees down.
Wayne,
even though you own it.
I put a snowblower handle on it so you can put your whole fist on them because it's got no compression release. Hey, you're starting a motorcycle with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it?
No compression release. Can you believe that? I almost thought of drilling up the
and it's a long, and it's also a long stroke because it's an older saw, so that thing is tough.
Yeah. You ever see that one I got running? That old 63. Yeah.
You got to stand on it to start it.
Mm-hmm.
Better off to bring a young guy with you, Bruce.
3 men and a boy.
Yeah, the boy can pull the rope.
I like those, but you can't kill that thing on purpose, Bruce. You know,
that's the little. No, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you can't kill those on purpose. You know what?
No,
and it'll run upside down. So the seals are good now.
No.
Well, that's the one you rebuilt on the on your videos.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Did I rebuild it or recondition it? It's hard to say because.
No, you remember you had to do the tanks. You had to take.
It's all redone. It's just
That's a rebuild.
Total recondition.
Yeah. Anytime you go into the inners of
it. Leon did a series on one too.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's got the weird teal green circle.
Yep.
I remember one time when I lived in Griffin, we borrowed a Pioneer.
Oh yeah.
Chainsaw.
Pioneer good saws. They're good saws.
Great saws.
On the end where the ball went around the nose, there was a handle. So I'm like, so this is a 2-person saw, one on the business end running the motor and the other guys on the other end trying to, I'm like, yeah, right.
My saw has a notch in the end of the bar for a lever that 2 guys can cut.
Yeah.
My saw has 2 handles, one on each end.
Here's what you got, Bruce. That's what you want. Right?
That's it. That's the one I want. That's the exact saw. Except that black circle is teal green with mine.
Man, that's cool looking.
Well, no, that's on the other side, Bruce. That's on the chain side. Your recoil's green.
No, the black circle?
No, there's no black circle. On the other side, that's the recoil, though, right? Isn't the recoil green? Teal? This is the chain brakes, the chain side. That's the muffler in the back. The black is the muffler.
You're right. You're right. Like your picture's this big I'm looking at it.
Yeah, the recoil's green. Yeah, on this side, the recoil. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. That's the saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how big the teeth are to dig into that thing? Yeah, they're nice.
Look at this. Emergency errands. Emergency.
2 saws to build it. It took 2 saws to build it.
Now, Gary, what would you charge for something like that, Gary? Just depending on what's wrong with it. If say it's like bad fuel or something, are we talking like $150, $200? What are we looking at, Gary? I'm curious.
What, an hour?
No. If you have a job where a guy, it's just before a snowstorm, he's got a clogged carb or dirty fuel or whatever, and he wants it like now, and it's already 2 in the afternoon. It's going to snow in 4 hours. What would you charge the guy?
Yeah,
that depends if I've seen his Facebook.
Yeah, you got to charge more. He's going to be sitting there looking at you doing it too.
Hank is at his son's house today, and his daughter-in-law with Everly, his granddaughter, celebrating his birthday. But his birthday is actually tomorrow. Is his real birthday. So anyhow, happy birthday anyway, Hank, if you're watching.
Oh yeah.
And so you all don't forget, mark on your calendars by March 27th.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, is the shower over yet?
I'll be home, Wayne. I'm going to put that in my calendar.
Close. I went and picked up that Knipex pair of pliers yesterday.
It's nice, isn't it?
Picked them up. Why? Where do they sell them by you?
Canadian Tire, believe it or not, had one. Really? It was $59.99. I said, you know what? It's the 8-inch. It's got a button and it opens up 5 positions.
Yeah.
And nice piece of wrench.
Yeah. I haven't seen any in stores around here.
I couldn't believe it when I looked. I just Googled that Knipex and up came Canadian Tire, and I said one left in Port Colborne. We had gift cards, so I went down and picked it up.
Very cool. That's
Yeah,
cheap.
man.
Have you found the little hole on the side for bending wire?
That's pretty cool.
I didn't look at that.
It's got a little hole on the side. You know.
I
where you
got
can-
the Z bend. I got the Z bend tool to make Z bends.
But it's it's a nice, and also it's the one where the jaws are sort of offset. So when
Yeah.
you clamp onto something, it really bites into it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no slipping.
Yeah.
No slipping. Yeah. No, it's a nice one.
Well, really, I just bought it.
That's
in
after
case-
you screw it up with a wrench, then you use that.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
case I can't get those screws out of a Nicky carburetor, I got this wrench. I'll get them out because I always got to put a pair of
Vice grip.
vice grips onto it to just break it free, eh? So I said, I'll try this thing out.
Well, Lewis was giving us the joys and pleasures of the JIS screwdriver
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, the strip screws.
They're
Was
in
that
there with everything but a pocket knife, I think. Trying to get them off.
Tom,
I use-
is it
I
a
use-
male or a female fan?
Okay, here's a question for you guys. Chubby Butcher just did a video on female bacon in Canada. I told him, I said, I believe that's illegal to sell it in the States. True?
What is it?
Female bacon is like pork that's brined, specially brined, and
Yeah.
then rolled in cornmeal.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, because in
That's
the
from
States you can
the
get Canadian,
USDA.
you can
Yep.
get Canadian back bacon, but you can't get female bacon.
No.
And that's what we call it over here, female bacon.
Yeah.
What's the issue with it?
Bacteria, I think they say.
I don't know. It's likely to curing process.
Mm,
But if you could get it close, he did the Hogtown sandwich, eh? That's for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto, Hogtown. That's
very
it.
good.
All right. Yeah.
Can you buy that in the US?
No, I don't believe
No,
so.
I don't think so.
Because I know the guys up in Long Beach, the Americans that have cottages here, they basically buy it here and take it home.
It's similar to Canadian bacon. I don't know if we could buy it here.
Looks
No,
just
it's
like a
good stuff,
cured
Danny.
pork chop is all it looks like.
Yeah.
Well, Canadian bacon. I love Canadian bacon.
Yeah,
Me
when I
too.
go for breakfast, I always have female and eggs with hash browns.
Wow. That sounds
Canadian bacon, eh?
Canadian bacon, eh?
Canadian bacon.
Well, if you're in Canada, what do you call it then?
Female. What?
Bacon,
that?
bacon.
That's
Like
female bacon.
female, FEMALE,
Yeah,
female.
female.
No,
And it's really the rib end or the center end of a pork shoulder. I think
Yeah.
it's brined in different salts.
brine. Yep.
But that's the same way you make bacon.
Yeah.
You brine that too.
Well, Lori did pork chops the other day that she had brined. And they were, what a difference in flavor from unbrined and brined pork chops.
You ever brine a baked potato?
No.
Oh, that's good. It gives it like a potato chip skin. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like a real flaky potato chip
Yeah,
skin.
yeah.
I've had those.
After you brine it, and then you put it back in the oven, you put some olive oil on top of it, and then you put it back in the oven.
You got to poke holes. You're brining it when it's
You gotta
raw,
poke
right?
holes. Yeah, you got to roll it in the salt
Yeah,
water. You can roll it in the salt water after you get done poking the holes. You put it in the oven, then you take it back out of the oven, put the olive oil on top of it, and then cook it the rest of the way. Really good. Really good.
Good night, Simone.
This is the Saturday afternoon food channel.
Food channel.
Food,
Yeah.
the food
Yeah,
network.
This is what we get. The
Food
Jones.
network.
Yeah, I bought that in the States.
That looks like female bacon.
Yeah.
You're right back.
No, it doesn't look like female.
Is that because it's pink?
Oh my god.
Brain.
Oh,
Oh, my chocolate covered cherries just dropped out on my refrigerator.
oh, jeez.
Oh goodness.
You're not allowed in there.
Yeah, we got a lot of food. We're foodies.
No, I said you're not allowed in there.
Oh, I'm not allowed
You
in
open
there
up
with
the door and stuff falls out.
those chocolate covered cherries. Yeah, Klaus, you're welcome, brother. I just thought it'd be cool because I ordered a bunch of, just for the panel,
Yeah.
and
Oh, very nice of you.
yeah,
I'll make sure to give you a mention when I put up the sticker.
thanks.
I gave him a mention, and the damn thing fell apart.
Hey, Kenny,
I got the I've got
when's
the upgraded version.
Yeah.
when's the Super Bowl, Kenny?
Oh yeah, you got the.
I gave him the modification version 2.
Yeah,
So he knows
yeah,
that.
kid got the prototype.
Sorry, I changed the subject.
No, what's up?
I want to know when the Super Bowl is on.
3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I can get it here.
You see, Michigan won against Alabama.
Oh,
I
did
can't
that?
get it in Canada, but I can get it here in Mexico. Go figure.
I'm
February
pulling for
11th,
Buffalo.
Bruce. Feb 11th. So 4 weeks.
I'm pulling for the Buffalo Bills.
Is that pierogies?
February 11th.
Yeah, February 11th. Yeah.
Thank you.
Pierogies.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice.
It's in
Hey, I'm
pierogies.
starting my fourth week in Mexico today.
That long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That
Any
went
luck on the
fast.
detector?
Well, I should. You know what?
Yeah.
I found some nice stuff, you guys.
Yeah, he's got
Like
a
I have.
bracelet.
I'm gonna get me one of those and just go in the yard and see what I can find, like beer cans or something.
Klaus needs one to find Viking stuff.
Yeah. There's so many others that does that. Let them do it. That's fine.
I was
Close.
watching the show.
There must be a lot of Viking stuff in the ground over there where you live.
There is. The thing is, if it is Viking stuff, you can't keep it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what a find.
Yeah. There was a guy who found a whole bunch of gold coins about a year ago. I mean, a lot. But you can't keep them. No, sorry. Have to turn them in.
Yeah, you got to get a permit first, and then and then
Actually, you don't need a permit. You need to have an agreement with whoever owns the land you're walking. And a lot of farmers, they won't give you that because if you do find something,
the
whole museum and a gazillion people and excavators and they could be there for a year.
Yeah.
Michigan too. You cannot touch in the water. Like when you find something, you cannot touch. You can look at it. You can fan it. Like when you're snorkeling and you find something, you can fan it, but you can't touch it without the approval.
Okay.
You have 2 permits. Yeah.
Stella's quiet today.
I'm
Okay.
just laughing.
Oh,
Sitting back,
Stella.
relaxing, Stella.
No. I've been having to deal with some other little issues here during the day. So
Anything you need our help for, we'll fly down, take care of it for you.
Yeah.
no, I don't think you can
Bring in
take
the
care of
goon
this
spot. Hey, Stella, I thought about you the other day.
one.
So,
Uh-oh.
no.
I was looking online for another project, right? And look what I found.
Nice. Are you going to get one?
I don't know.
What is it?
It's a boat, but it says Stella on the back of it.
Well, get it. Get the boat.
Yeah, but I thought it's bad luck to change the name of a boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you got to leave it the same.
Now, I thought you were going to say you found a scooter, and there's another
That's
stinking
what
boat.
I
Oh,
thought
you
it
know
was
what?
at first. I was like, is that? No, that's a boat.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say he found a Lambretta or what's that
Oh
other
man, that would have been cool, right?
famous make?
I need my metal detector.
We
for
don't say that out loud.
What's the other scooter that's famous?
The
Hard to find.
I'll let you guys struggle with that one.
hold on. The
Piaggio.
Geo.
No,
Well, that was the big guy. Yeah,
what,
absolutely.
the Peugeot?
Peugeot. That's Peugeots. Yeah, they're French.
Peugeot.
They're French.
Yeah.
No,
There's
that would
another-
be Italian.
I know it's Italian. Yep, I know it's Italian. I can't remember the doggone name.
What is
What
it?
happens when we get older?
I know.
Good 'Cause see, Peugeot used to sell cars over here in America, but they quit.
Yeah,
Vespa.
Vespa. That's it.
Vespa.
The Vespa.
Yeah.
That's the one.
You
That's
got
And those didn't blow up when they made them. Imagine that. They didn't catch on fire like everything they say selling today.
Yeah, right.
it's kind of amazing since it's Italian, but yeah, they did make them good though back in those days. They're little. I don't know, Stella, if you agree or disagree, but they can be a little overcomplicated.
What?
The Italian scooters, the older ones.
I don't know. I think they're simpler than the new stuff with fuel injection and water cooled
Yeah.
and all that.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they're just points, right? Aren't they just points? That's it.
The old ones were, but then in the 70s they went to electronic ignition, and then
Oh,
basically
yeah.
everybody converts any scooter to electronic ignition anymore these days. It's just so much easier to start and cleaner everything.
So like a older a CDI box or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And actually, I'd have two of my scooters are still points and condenser. 6-volt is what they are, and then actually three of them are, and then all the others have been converted to 12-volt.
Yeah, like older Johnson outboards. They're points and that weird CDI box. So you kind of like.
Stella, are you collecting them or are you just fixing them and selling them?
I think the first step is admitting that you have a problem.
Yeah, you're a hoarder, right?
Cheers to that.
How big is the
That's
engine
hilarious.
on those scooters, Stella? How big are the engines?
Actually, the smallest one I have is a 50. I've got 100, and then they had basically all the 50 and 100cc scooters were known as small frames, which are literally just smaller engines. And then the majority of them that are on the road now were originally either 150s or 200s. A few 175s in the bunch, but not too many.
In the 50s, they would get around 100 miles or better to the gallon, right?
Oh, crazy
Yeah.
mileage. Yeah. Absolutely. But I just like the look of them. They're fun. They're easy to work on. You don't really need too many specialty tools. You can sort of get by with a piece of pipe, for a bearing, and a long bolt, and you can pull and that sort of thing. Really, about the only really thing you need is the proper flywheel puller. On Lambrettas, they're all left-hand threads, but you can buy like generic ones like that. But that's really sort of it. That's about. Yeah. Exactly, Tommy. I believe you.
Yeah, the small tires and corners don't mix that well.
No. And the original early Vespas were 8-inch wheels. And then they converted them. That was the deal when I was at my friend's shop. He had an 8-inch scooter. It had 8-inch wheels on there, and somebody had broken off one or two of the hub bolts that holds the wheel onto the rear hub. It's like a kind of weird adapter. And I'm assuming somebody just ordered studs and didn't realize there were two different sizes. So they just welded on the big studs. So that's why he had two different size nuts to hold his rear wheel on.
Where's the gear shifting mechanism? Is that in the handle?
It's on the handle. And the older ones were 3-speed. Then the newer ones were 4-speed. And now you can even buy a 5-speed gearbox. It's pretty amazing, because on Lambrettas and Vespas as well, you can change the primary gear and then the secondary gear. And then there's all these commutations in between. There's like 750 gear ratio combinations or some crazy number like that. But there's always going to be, with a 4-speed, especially on a 3-speed, there's going to be a weird gap in there where, it's too high of a gearing in second and too low in third, or, too low in third and too high in fourth. And you got to get up to crazy high RPM to get into that fourth gear. And then,
The reason why they did that is because they have so much mountainous areas in the Alps. So, and some will run in the middle of Italy, which is flat.
Yep.
And some will run on Sicily where it's hot.
Yep.
And some will run in the Alps where it's
all up and down. No, they're a lot of people really think in terms of just keep this bike stock, but of course no one wants to drive a slow bike. They all want to go faster. So that's where I think a lot of issues come in, where people keep upgrading and upgrading. But there are some good upgrades to do. Going from points and condenser to electronic ignition. Those are all really great ways to, make your machine more reliable. Well, it's just what you get used to, Tommy. It's just a matter of, pull that clutch in, twist it, let it out, and because of the way the gearbox is, especially on Lambrettas, you can just, I call it speed shifting, slip shifting, whatever. You don't even have to use the clutch. Just get the RPM right and just slide it into the right gear. So I know. That's right. That's a good way. Any size hammer. Me, I have to worry about the smallest hammer. Always start off. Someone much wiser than me said, always start with the smallest hammer.
Oh, Bruce is limited on how much time he could spend online, eh?
That's true.
Yeah, in Mexico. Yeah. Okay, Bruce, gotcha.
We'll give you a big
beer.
palm up.
What are you eating with that beer down there, Rock? Cookies and beer?
Yep, of course.
Sounds good to me.
It's light because, my wife told me I drink light beer.
It doesn't help.
Yeah. She told me earlier, when you figure out that first step is the minute that you have a problem, tell it to me when you figure it out, she said.
Well, seeing you drink that beer, I decided I should go ahead and finish off the last of those
grenades. It looks like a hand grenade.
Yeah, it does.
It's a Mickey's Big Mouth.
Oh, you got the Mickey's Big Mouth again.
Oh yeah, it was the last one. I bought a 6-pack.
Man, I drank Mickey's in high school. Yep.
But here's the best one in here. I don't know if you guys can. Man, it might be too bright.
Nice.
Hang on a second. Let me see if you guys can tell what this is.
Looks like a poker chip.
Oh, what?
It's a cap with a flame on the inside.
Yeah, a flame and an arrow up.
Yeah.
So
what does it say?
Flame up or something like that.
Oh, come on. Elk skins.
Oh, elk skins.
Fire it up.
Fire it up.
I love
that was pretty funny.
I love that elk skins. He's really talented and he knows his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, you ever really kind of paid attention to a couple of episodes where he's got his own shop too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you think he shares in the revenue?
Ma'am.
I don't know.
You know how it is.
Well, he built that shop, I think he said, from his YouTube revenue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but does he share it with the, that's another.
That's a nice shop. Nice
That's
pole.
another discussion.
Basically a pole barn, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Boy, this new one's kind of, I can't figure this one out. Maybe somebody can help me here.
What's that? What is it?
We're not, can't tell.
Oh, it says drink more beer.
There's a watch. A guy looks like he's drying his hands. A D, and those are 2 ants.
So it's a watch, a guy with what?
I can't tell what the guy's doing. Looks like he's in.
It's a watch. My wife's good at these. What, a watch?
No.
Watchman, no.
A watch, a little dude, and a what?
I don't know. Those are 2 ants.
Fella, take a pics and text me.
Look,
it says drink more beer.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Watch your something.
Watch your drinking.
No. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
So that stuff you're drinking on the inside of every cap, it's got
a little
Riddle.
puzzle.
little puzzle.
Little riddle. Yeah.
Riddle
So
puzzle.
is the answer on the label someplace?
Nah, I think you have to go to a website somewhere and you can look them all up. That's no fun. That's like cheating to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you drink all of it, you gotta look inside there and see the answer.
Oh no, sorry, just kidding.
Nope, that's it.
Almost. No, I don't think they do that. I just think they're random caps.
So we gotta do a toast to old Hank for his birthday.
Yes.
Happy
Hank's
birthday,
birthday
Henry.
Happy birthday,
Okay.
Hank. Cheers.
Man, I feel healthy already. This thing is certified organic.
Good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, watching.
Yeah. You ought to live over 100 now, Klaus.
Yeah, I know. Good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Brett, I checked out your channel, man. I really like it.
Who say that?
Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad for a beginner.
Very, very good stuff on there. I gotta start digging in a little bit more.
Did you watch my Craftsman video?
No, I watched the last 3.
Okay, that would have been the cat
Yep.
and my Merry Christmas, and then probably after that would have probably either been Christmas lights or the pressure washer.
Yeah, the pressure washer. That's what I liked. Yeah.
The sidewalks, right?
Uh-huh.
Ain't that surface cleaner a miracle worker?
That is crazy stuff.
Yeah, I showed
Yeah.
the pressure washer off in here last night, that Simpson.
Yeah. I hit the subscribe button and you know, just start watching my not on the way home last night. I finally figured out what was going on with my phone. I was supposed to allow StreamYard to take my mic on there or something like that.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you know, I can tear down a whole diesel truck, but I can't figure out cell phone.
Now today when I logged in, it didn't go through that. Normally it says allow mic, allow this, allow that.
Mhm.
It just went boom, and I was up. So I don't know what's happening. Completely different today.
Kind of crazy.
I
How's
am not
Jake
looking
doing?
forward.
Better. Looks
Monday.
like $1 million today.
Very cool.
I'm not looking forward to Monday afternoon.
Yeah, who's gonna get a storm? I heard about this big storm.
No, it's not weather related. I'm worried about. I got to go to the damn cardiologist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't get none of that on my clothes. I don't want none of that.
No, he's an
Yeah, Ken, you gonna get a storm?
Indian
Listen,
cardiologist.
that one about
Hear him
6
on.
o'clock
I got
tonight.
much of age. I got to continue to take the pills. I can hear him now.
Well, we're supposed to only get 1 centimeter.
Yeah, what was it, babe?
I don't know. We got like
1 to 3
and then we got
inches
a
on
couple days of
Tuesday.
1 inch, and then we got a day that says 3 to
Yeah.
5.
Here you go, Brock.
You know, as soon as you fire up the snow blower, it melt. You know, one of those days.
Yeah, you can use the heat of the muffler to get rid of the snow.
Yeah.
Or should I say the muffkin?
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of terrorisms. Here, I'll
Ken,
show
you gonna get snow?
Snow wise.
That's what they say.
How many inches do you think?
They said 7 to 14 for the state.
Wow, 7 to 14 in Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Man.
See the image outside?
And then everybody's knocking down your door, I see, Ken.
Well, they were. I tell you that.
Yeah.
That's what I got right now. Looks like frosted mini wheats.
Yeah, that's about us too.
Yeah.
We just-
Nick, he made it off the treadmill.
There's Mick.
Nick was
Robert,
on
you gonna get any
treadmill.
snow?
Well, he's in the room. I don't know that he's in the studio, but I just seen Mick. Surprised Uncle March ain't up here yet.
You getting any snow, Wayne?
No, we're not going to get much.
If I
Yeah.
see him tonight,
I
I'll
think
have
middle.
to get
I think middle of next week they're looking at maybe 5 to 10 centimeters.
The
Wednesday
way we're
or
going, I
Thursday.
think we're gonna get snow in April.
Hey, Ken. I'm here.
Hello. What's going on?
We
Oh, not much, Ken.
we
Just
got
waiting for this to kick
we
on
got
here.
about a foot of snow, and then it started blowing.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then that ice is
Yeah.
gonna be our problem. I think is gonna be it's gonna melt and then it's gonna freeze overnight.
Yeah.
We've been getting down to like 19 at night here in the U.
By the way,
Clem, if John Clem has snow, it's the ashes from his bonfire.
Yeah, if he can finally burn those Amazon boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been hearing about that for months.
By the way, Ken, I watched your after we got off here last night. I watched your thing on the Time Master about the Chinese.
Yeah, the
Belt.
idler assembly. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy didn't even tighten it down.
Yeah, and the thing was, but it wasn't even up and down aligned properly. Even
Yeah,
when
it was
tight.
flopping around like a.
Yeah.
be a while, Mick.
And I seen that green brake pad. It's like, what?
Oh yeah.
That ain't Toro.
No. But that guy, he got one of those Time Masters for like $25. It was beat to hell, so I sort of rebuilt one of them. The other one he paid full price, like $1,200 for. But his kid cuts neighborhood lawns. He beats the hell. He hits stumps and trees and rocks, and
I like those Time Masters.
Yep.
That one that I got out there, I got for free.
Oh wow. Yeah,
The deal with that one that I got is eventually they got a Cub Cadet zero turn rider, and they just basically shoved that off in the corner. And I asked my buddy, because it belonged to the wastewater plant, and I said, "See what they're going to do with that." I said, "I'd be willing to buy it." So his boss knew me, and he asked his boss, "What are you going to do with that?" They're just going to, if you guys are just going to scrap it, I'll buy it. And the boss is like, "Just take it." So
Free is good.
It was stored inside and everything. I really didn't have to do anything at all to the engine except I checked the oil in the plug and put gas in it. It fired right up, but I still want to do the blades and
sauerkraut.
The pierogies and kibas.
Yep.
Those pierogies look good.
Potatoes and cheese on the inside.
Come right from Aldi's refrigerator.
What kind of pierogi? Just regular potato, or what kind?
Yeah, just regular potato
with cheddar cheese in it.
Well,
you think you got them from Aldi's?
Yep.
Or you don't put. See, we got cheddar cheese mixed in with the potato over here.
On
occasion, all different kinds. You got sauerkraut, all different types.
Yeah, I like the sauerkraut ones.
On occasion, I'll go to Kroger's out here. Well, I have it delivered, obviously, since I can't drive, but they got a brand here called Mrs. T's pierogies, and I'll get the ones that have the potato, but they got the garlic and chive in them, and they're pretty good. And I'll saute them up, either boil them, or you could actually put them in the air fryer and do them that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever have the one with the cherries or the prunes on the inside?
No, I already run for the border enough as it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. T. Those are popular here too.
Better. That's the one.
Well, we go where Hank is from, New Britain. That's like the Polish capital of Connecticut. Homemade pierogies there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you something else that's good, and I'm sure you guys have had it. Halushki.
Yeah.
I could tear me up some halushki.
In Ukrainian, it's pronounced holubchi.
Holiki?
No way.
Cabbage rolls, right?
Oh man, cabbage rolls.
No, halushki. That's the
oh,
cabbage and noodles.
Oh, cabbage and noodles. Okay.
But the best way to really do that.
There you go, Ken. It's underway.
Eckrich kibasi and cut up and put in that. Which reminds me, I got to do a program today.
Yeah, my mother
Put
used
that up there again, Ken. I want to see what you had there.
Hulushki.
It's Hungarian, yeah.
Yeah, Halushki, yeah.
Shish
And then
kebab.
normally the sausage that the Hungarians use is called the brenye.
Yep.
It's a smoked sausage, I believe.
I think I'm going to
Nice.
get stuffed Kroger's this week, and I think I'm going to make up some call it goulash. I've heard it called Johnny Marzetti, Slumgullion.
Yeah, goulash is definitely Hungarian.
Yeah.
It's
See,
macaroni, pasta sauce, and some kind of meat with it.
Well, the next door neighbor gave us homemade spinach spaghetti or noodles and her homemade sauce with her homemade meatballs in it. So that's what we're eating tonight. Spinach, like a
Spinach
linguine.
fettuccine.
Yeah,
Fettuccine on
yeah.
Nice.
He's got a picture of a. He's got the picture of a fan laying on the ground, face down, right.
You don't know Randy Torboli then?
No, he's
Randy
always
is the-
got that fan.
Randy's the fan guy.
He's the fan.
fan guy.
He's a fan.
He's the fan.
he's a
Yep.
Absolutely.
If you have a few hours to kill, you like the color red, you like fans, go to Randy's.
Yep. There you go.
Well,
It's very soothing.
I have upstairs in my room, and I use it year round for the noise. I've got a fan that somebody bought me for my birthday from Walmart, and it's metal table fan, and it's all red except for the guard.
But this one here isn't powered, Brett. It gets power from air ducts.
Yeah.
That's
It looks
what
like a 50s or 60s fan.
Yeah.
Randy, is that another one of the ones you get from the dollar store or something?
Thanks,
Yeah.
John.
Found it on eBay. Luckily, this time.
Yep. Yeah, I just fired that mower up. She's running perfect.
You want it perfect? Yeah. With that new carb?
Yeah, let me do this again. Let y'all hear it.
I got a couple of those fans.
Man,
that
that's
kinda
a pretty
like
red,
that
eh?
house. Hey, Robert.
Yep, you're frozen, Robert.
He's in the back rooms.
So Robert, you changed
Robert,
your-
you're froze.
Did the oil have fuel in it? Gas in the fuel or in the oil crankcase?
Probably.
Oil. Who said oil? Oil. Oil.
No, when we're talking about oil.
I just heard a lawnmower.
Well, oil.
Hold on, I'm getting a flashback.
Oh, I got me 2 grass doubles and a GT.
There's Robert. Now I team.
Yeah, if I had a bigger shop, I'd have more AYP or Husqvarna made more up in
Hey,
here.
Wayne, here's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lori makes
Raise
a
that up a
wicked
little bit more,
chicken
Ken. I want to read
paprikash.
that.
It's
Chicken
like
paprikash, Mom.
oh yeah, that's that with the
Chicken paprika.
spatulas. We do it with the
Paprika with a
spatulas.
lot of paprika.
Yeah. Do you do it with like the dough balls in there? Like it's called spatzel?
You could drop the spatula in, yeah, if you want. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way I like
Yeah,
it.
you
Isn't
drop
that
it and let
called
it cook in the sauce.
Isn't that
Yeah.
called gnocchis?
No, gnocchi is with a fork. You go like that and you twist it.
Oh, gnocchi. Yeah.
Gnocchi and gnocchi.
You boil them until they rise up and they're good to go.
Yeah.
And if you do it too long, it's like rubber.
Yep.
You could
Yeah,
bounce it off the walls.
I get it with when we go to Italy. There's a special restaurant that they have it with shrimp
Yeah.
and a cream sauce. Thing. Good stuff.
Yeah, grew up in
Oh,
Sure.
Oh, this food channel here is doing pretty well, huh?
You're doing pretty well. Yeah, growing up in Detroit, that's the kind of thing that we used to do in the neighborhood. Is that everybody? It's kind of like a mixing pot of different, people. So like we would like go to one another's house for dinner.
Yeah.
And it was just the thing, when I was growing up.
Well, unfortunately, I ain't eating. I got that.
Oh.
That's not to eat, though.
And we used to sample everyone's food and everything, and everyone was Polish and Hungarian though. It was only we only had 3 dishes.
I spent a lot of time in Pontiac, Michigan.
Oh yeah. Pontiac, Polish, Hungarian town. Yep.
The owner on the way to we had to go to the GM plant in Pontiac, and the owner said, "Whatever you do, don't make the wrong turn and take the wrong cutoff because you'll end up in the prison."
Yep.
My plant manager was driving,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "We got to turn here." I says, "No, I think this is the prison road." He says, "No, this is where we're turning." So he turns, right? And we're going along, and here's the guys on the chain gang cutting down the weeds, right? And I'm saying, "I told you this is the wrong road." And when we got to turn around, you had to go right to the prison entrance. And here's the guys with the rifles pointed at us as we're coming down the road, eh?
Over
they
on
don't know who
Cashew.
the hell we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, they pulled us over and said, "What are you doing?" And I says, "The boss made a wrong turn. We're heading to the GM plant. Get out of here."
They're down there on Cashew, Mom. Yep. Yeah, Hamtramck. Yep. Over there, it's quite a scenery.
Yeah.
I used to ride my bike down there and go see Tigers. Play. I was a safety for a school.
Yeah.
And they would give us one free ticket, and all of us from the old neighborhood used to ride our bikes all the way down there to go see the Tigers play, and then lock our bikes up and everything. And that's actually how I got to be a mechanic. My bike kept on breaking down on the way to go see the Tigers. So,
I remember that. Was it episode of Dirty Jobs where they that big bridge?
So I guess they're locking up the border at New York, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
They're closing the New York City border.
Yep.
Why?
Too many immigrants.
Yep.
Can't handle anymore. So illegally, he made, I think the mayor made a statement that he's closing the borders, which is an illegal move.
Uh-huh. Yep. Bad move for politics, I tell you that.
Well, I was surprised. They're putting in noise cameras now. And I think the fine is $800 to $2,500 for excessive noise.
Wow.
So Jake's truck wouldn't make it. He'd be getting fined.
Yeah.
Just on idle.
Yeah, that lightning, right?
All right, Ken, I'm going to go because my phone's about to overheat here. So,
well,
I
that's
just want
shut
to tell
the
you
fan
guys.
off, Randy. And
Yeah,
Randy, you
put
should
one of
have
those
the fan
fans up
blowing
there.
on that phone.
Yeah. That's why I got it on a tripod.
Works the other way around.
Yeah. All right, guys. Catch you later.
Okay.
See you, Randy.
See you, Randy.
So run that by me again. Why wouldn't Jake's new truck be allowed in New York?
Well, the muffler system he put on is pretty loud. It's like a rumbling sound.
Glass
So
pack.
it's definitely above, like, I think the threshold they've got those sound cameras at, like 85 to 90 decibels or something.
That's the Ford Lightning, right?
No, it's a F-150, 2019.
Oh, yeah, but he does have a Lightning, though, don't he?
No, watch his dyno on his truck when he put it on the dyno in Welland. He did a short video on the dyno. I think his truck makes, I forget. I think it makes close to 300 horse or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That's plenty.
what's that guy's channel? What's that guy with the red fan? What's his YouTube channel? He got me interested.
With the red van.
What, Randy?
Red fan.
Oh, the red fan, Randy.
Randy
Tromboli.
Torboli.
I don't know his channel name. Do you know, Kenny?
That's it. Randy Torboli.
Randy Torboli.
Okay.
Corboli. Right?
Sounds almost like a food.
Yeah.
Now,
You guys are making me hungry. Stop doing that.
Yeah. I know.
Right.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have mentioned haluski because now I want some.
Yeah.
See?
I said, I like old metal bladed fans. They do better airflow than that plastic crap.
Yeah.
But you get what you pay for when you buy them things like that mainstays, that Walmart. Hey,
Tommy, you'll have to talk to the mayor of New York on what border he's closing. I think it's just what he calls the border to New York City. No more buses of immigrants coming in. I don't know about the airports. Now they're shipping them in by train because he's finding he's got lawsuits against all the busing companies.
No, the mayor or the governor of Texas was sending them all from Texas, giving them one-way train tickets to Great Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving around like chess pieces now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was it? Oh yeah.
Well, they talked. I watched the one news station where they interviewed the guy from Venezuela. He says, "I'm going back to Venezuela. Chicago's no good." Didn't realize that Chicago's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not only windy but cold weather.
Cold weather.
Oh yeah, because you get in between some of them skyscrapers in Chicago, that wind gets concentrated. Like it feel bad when you're late, but when you get in between some of them skyscrapers, like whoa, what the like it got amplified because it got squeezed together. I'm like, yep. What was it? One of them buildings in Chicago or somewhere they got counterweight. So when the building starts swaying, that weight goes to the other side to try to bring it back level.
Yeah, that's right
high-rise buildings.
Yeah, that's right up the road from the Grand Central Station. Yeah.
So what was it? Every 1,000 feet, the wind changes direction and wind speed. I'm like, yeah. 1,000 feet up, you go to 2,000. Like, why's the wind different? Well, you went up another 1,000 feet. So,
well, are you ever been to that Pizza Uno in Chicago? Anyway?
No.
So there's a pizza place downtown, right there by the train station. So my wife and I used to take the train for an afternoon. That's like a 3-hour drive on the train, and go there just to have pizza.
Where in New
Do
York?
a little shopping downtown, then come back to Detroit. Yeah. It was really good pizza. Really good. It's like down into a basement, and then a little day adventure. Yeah. It's called Pizza Uno.
Pizza Uno.
Yep. But now they have like a Pizza Uno franchise,
right?
Now it's not the same.
No.
Is it, baby? No, it's not the same. No. It's really, really good pizza. And we have the crab. What is that? The crab dip. Yeah. It's really good crab dip there. But it's all brick. And so when you come off the street, you go down into steps. And it's just like in the movies, like the mafia movies and stuff like that, where they have all the, like in the old bars and that. Yeah, it's really cool.
With all the Goombas.
Exactly, yeah. I thought you were Italian when I first met you, Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I said, oh, okay. My kind of people right there. Yeah.
Well, you should have seen me when I was younger. I had hair that went down to here, all wavy black hair, mustache, full beard.
Isn't that funny how the hair just goes one day?
Yeah, when the wife and I would go shop, she always blamed me when we got pulled over because she said I always looked like a vagabond, eh? Dark sunglasses on, long hair, unshaven, beard. She says, it's your fault we got pulled over again, eh? What?
Yeah,
I think she said I looked like a hippie. I was a hippie.
Yeah. I seen Jake. I was like, I bet you Wayne used to have a good set of hair back in the day. Yep.
Back in the day, I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the house when I was 15 for not cutting my hair.
No.
Yeah, spent a year on my own, basically on the street.
Our son has really long hair, a big old beard.
Yeah.
Oh, he cut his hair for Christmas. For Mama. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Cut his hair for Christmas. My hair.
Good one, William.
You know, they used to call it a receding hairline. I call mine a retrieving hairline, you know, like a war. Retrieve, you know.
Yeah. Good luck at the beach, Bruce.
Yeah, have fun at the beach, Bruce.
Have fun. Find me some gold.
Yeah, get some gold.
I need to buy a card kit.
Skull it.
Bruce tells his wife that he's going like treasure hunting, but he's just out there checking out the bikinis.
The
Of
babes.
course.
Yep, babe hunting.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the metal detector and sunglasses are for.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's right.
Everybody.
Boy, that's why I love Stella. She's like, why not? This is one of the guys, man. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I thought that was funny, Stella, with that big old Stella on the back of that wooden boat, by the way. That's a wooden boat.
It looked like a nice boat to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it, I think.
Just
got
make
an
sure
inboard
there's no
on
rock in it.
There's a no board.
Oh, it's got no boat.
It's a no board.
No motor. Yeah.
So it ran originally
that.
It ran originally with an outboard on it.
No, inboard.
Oh,
Yeah,
an
they
inboard.
it had like a Ford, in it, like a 302 in there. Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're going to buy it to turn it into a flower bed or what?
Oh, I already got shot down in 2 minutes just now.
Oh, okay.
That's
Take
my
a nice
budget.
flower bed. You fill it up with dirt and plant flowers in it. Tip it on an angle, facing the street.
That'd be an awesome idea.
Yeah, if you could get it for $50.
Yeah, that's my wife's favorite price. She goes, "Hey, see if you can get it for." I said they want 300 for it. How in the heck am I gonna get for 50? And then she gets on there on Marketplace. Yep, we'll go get it tomorrow morning. I said, and I asked 2 weeks ago, would he take $50? He said no. You know.
One of my manufacturer's reps was big into bass boat and fishing, and he told me one time that a bass boat is nothing more than a hole in the water where you throw money.
Yeah, that's
Boat
exactly
stands for
right.
borrow another 1,000.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, you know those bass tournaments they have in the States where they're all in bass boats?
Yep.
Yeah.
They actually decided they were going to run one out of Port Colborne, our hometown here, and in Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the shallowest of all the Great Lakes and one of the worst lakes to be fishing on if a wind starts up because the waves get so high so quick.
Yeah.
Because it's shallow, right? You should have seen the beating these guys took out there on those boats. They came back and that was it. There were so many complaints about the waves that was the first and last year they ran it here.
Oh yeah, I seen the interview. It was like this.
Oh yeah, and boats were just getting smashed up and they just couldn't handle that water.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
One of my real early on boating stories was actually in a theater I used to run, and we have the bass fishing, whatever. I don't know what they were, but they were like this is long before the internet, by the way, and they would go to different theaters and do like these symposiums and casting and all these workshops and people selling all kinds of stuff. And they brought this like tractor trailer that had like plexiglass sides on it, and they filled it up at the back of the theater, and then they went to the local wildlife refuge or whatever and caught all these fish, and then they would demonstrate luring techniques and casting techniques and that sort of thing. And at the end of this 3-day event, I said, what are you guys gonna do with all those fish? And because the water is getting lower and lower, and I said, I'll take them and I'll eat these fish. And by the way, I'd been cleaning fish as a child at my grandparents' house. It was on like an old well house that had like a asphalt shingle roof on it and that sort of thing. So I called up my friend and his name was Johnny Walker. I kid you not. And I
Johnny
said,
Walker.
right, he was the cook. I was not. I said, hey Johnny, I got all these fish. I'll clean them if you'll cook them. He says, yeah, come on over. So I come over with these fish. Now, mind you, they've been on ice for like 5 hours at this point, you know. And so I pull out this fish on his kitchen, you know, by his kitchen sink, and I start to chop into it, and this thing starts flapping around, you know, on the sink, and I'm like, ah, and you know, this thing is sliding everywhere, and you know, your childhood memories don't translate into adulthood, you know.
Nope, there's your no.
Man, the key was that asphalt shingle, you know, well house, because that like held him solid, you know, chop off the head, slit the belly, you know, that sort of thing.
And it had the big clamp on the end for the fin.
Oh yeah.
So you
yeah.
can,
Yeah, I could do that and clean it. It was a disaster in his kitchen, I can tell you that. But the fish tasted good. It was really good.
Yeah, we do that all the time. So if you come up to our place and you fish with us, if you catch it, you got to clean it. It's just the way, you know.
I have no problem cleaning fish. I can do that.
So
I did.
What are you fishing for? Bass?
Who, us?
Yeah.
Oh no, we do rainbow trout. We do perch, a lot of perch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think one of these were perch that I got. I think.
Yeah, we do.
Or crappies, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, panfish. Yeah,
probably crappies.
Crappie. Yeah, we do some crappie. Yep.
Yeah, panfish are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do mostly. Be honest with you, we do mostly perch. We love perch. Yeah. And it's so easy, and there's no limit. So, you know. Well, you know there is, but there's.
Good one, William.
You know. Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. So her brother, he's, you know, from the city and all, just like us, but we've been here for another, you know, going on 2 years. So, you know, we're not city no more. You know. So we told him, you know, you have to clean your fish. And the way that we do it very, you know, very easy. And he would be like, hey, who wants another beer? You know, so you can go back in there, you know, yeah. It was funny. I was like, you know.
Oh yeah, a good way to get out of cleaning fish.
Oh yeah. He's like, who wants another beer? Oh man, would you like me to go get the hose? You know, and, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was. And he's a really big guy, you know, and he's like, I'm not touching that big old fish. No, it was like, you know, and he's like, I'm not touching that fish. So yeah, it was funny.
Well, you learn to get over that. The younger you are as a child, you can get over that pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Like, so when I first met my wife, I've never hunted before, and we've been dating for probably about 9 months, and then she goes, I think you're time to go up north with Dad and go hunting. It's hunting season. I said, well, hunting what? She goes, well, deer, of course. I said, oh, okay, all right. So and then I went up there. I've never hunted anything.
Same rules. You bag it, you clean it.
Well, you know, I've hunted cockroaches in Detroit before then.
That's right.
You know, but that's about it. So I get up there, and the hills alone are just like making me like car sick, you know, like a little kid. You know, I'm 25, you know. So they're like, oh man, you gotta get a hold of yourself. We're not even there yet. I'm like, how long is this drive? You know, and it's 3.5 hours, you know, from Detroit up. So we get there and it's freezing cold. I'm like, well, where's the heat? They're like, well, you gotta go chop the wood. You gotta go get the wood, and you gotta, you know, put it in the furnace, and you know. And I said, and they're like, well, where's your boots? I got Adidas on. So yeah, it was that kind of weekend. I get back, I'm soaking wet, sneezing, coughing, and you know, I didn't get any deer, by the way. Yeah.
Did anybody get any deer?
Oh yeah. Everybody got deer but me. So and then it was my goal to learn how to hunt after that. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna marry this girl,
you better, yeah.
I better prove to her family that I know how to hunt, I know how to fish, I know how to do it all. So yeah, I didn't know how to do any of that.
When you go fishing, do you ever run into eels?
No.
No eels. Okay.
No, I
It's
don't.
too
I don't
cold.
think freshwater eels are such a big. I mean, I've never run into any of them freshwater fishing.
Oh, eels.
Eels.
Yeah.
I mean, here pan-fried eel is a delicacy.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
They
telling
have
you.
like a lot of bones in them. I mean,
Yeah, but they're not little thin fishy bones. So
Gotcha.
you just eat around them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You eat them like a corn on a cob. You do.
Yeah.
And when you catch them, they're hard to keep from going back into the water.
Don't they electrocute you or anything like
Yeah.
that?
No.
I remember when my dad took me fishing in Niagara River and I caught 3 eels. And he said, we got to keep them because we've got relatives in the States that they like it, especially I think it was around Easter time. It's a delicacy to them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we delivered them there, and they went out and bought me all brand new clothes because we brought these eels to them. No, do you know how much we have to pay for this over
That was
here?
awesome. That was very cool.
Yeah, but it is a delicacy. Unfortunately, they're a bit of an endangered species here. There ain't as many as there once were. So when you get them at restaurants, it is hideously expensive.
Yeah.
But it is good eating. It really is.
The only eel I've ever had is like at a sushi place. So I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but I mean here we either get them pan fried,
Right.
breaded and pan fried, or smoked cold.
Yeah.
I bet smoked. I would enjoy smoked eel.
I'm not particularly crazy about the smoke part, but the pan fried part, oh man, that's a delicacy. Very
breaded?
tasty. Breaded, yeah, and then pan fried in butter.
What is it equivalent to, like the taste?
Tastes like chicken.
Everything.
Basically like snake.
Yeah, it tastes like snake.
I like snake.
It
you
is
ever
a
eat a snake? Yeah, snakes like that. It's like chicken.
The meat is very firm. It's
Yeah.
not as loose as freshwater fish normally
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's firmer and it's more dense.
Mhm.
And it does not have a fishy taste at all. None whatsoever. It's very tasty, but it's also very greasy. It's
Yeah.
a fat. It's a fat meat.
It's a very oily fish.
Yeah, it is.
So it's
I had to get my wife's tea real quick.
alrighty.
There's a
He's sucking up to someone who's gonna allow him to buy a boat.
Yeah, well,
Right.
she brought him sauerkraut and pierogies
pierogies,
and sausage, and
Yeah.
he's got to do something.
Oh well, we just celebrated our 23rd year being married, so
All right.
we've been doing good so far. Yep, so far so
Congratulations.
good.
I'm 40.
40 years?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I married my best friend, so
That's good.
yeah. And the kids are out of the house, so
There was a church in Griffin. They had some kind of get together where they'd have different types of wild meat, and they said turtle.
Turtle.
Yeah.
That really tastes like chicken.
I've never had turtle ever.
Yeah, turtle's good.
yeah, turtle
The
tastes like
Orientals.
snake too.
Yeah, the Orientals make a fantastic turtle soup.
Yep. Yeah.
They had turtle, alligator,
Alligator.
beaver.
Yeah, I've never had gator ever.
So it's like a wild game dinner, Robert?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, rattlesnake. Now, I seen somebody cleaning a rattlesnake. I'm like, oh.
I would
Yeah,
think I would think eel
I
and
don't
rattlesnake is close, but I don't know. I never had it. But
No, the eel is greasier.
yeah,
Way more oil in the eel.
it
No,
takes a lot of
look.
schnapps to wash it. You get a headache from eating eel. You really do.
That's the schnapps, not the eel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Eric Bell's right.
I didn't know.
It's the schnapps.
I never
And
thought
then-
about that.
And when you're talking about schnapps, it's not the peppermint schnapps. It's
No,
the real
no,
stuff.
Snaps in
no,
the
no.
closet
The
here.
pure, yeah. Like when I was in Montreal, the girl would walk around with a silver tray hanging from a chain from her neck, and it'd be full of shot glasses, and she'd be walking around going, "Schnapps, schnapps." and I says to my buddy, "What the hell's she saying?" He says, she's walking around. She's selling shots of schnapps. And I says, what the hell schnapps?
What's a schnapp?
Now, me, I figured I had schnapps in Ontario, but it was peppermint schnapps.
Peppermint.
So
That's
I
right.
ordered a round of this stuff, and we all did the shot, and I almost died. It was like drinking pure moonshine.
Yeah, well, it is good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Good.
schnapps is good. Schnapps is good around the holidays, you know.
Schnapps.
Yep.
Yeah, was it?
Peppermint.
I know one time.
Yeah, mine is
somebody-
peppermint and peach schnapps. That's
Yeah,
about
peach-
my
peach-
extent.
Yeah,
you
my
know?
wife likes the peach schnapps. Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good
I
on
make
ice
my-
cream.
Here we have a traditional one. It's flavored with caraway seeds. That
Oh, I never heard of that.
That's
Yeah,
curious.
Yeah. It's a nice drink because when you get to the point where you don't feel it go in, stop.
Yep. As soon as that tongue turns numb, you can't go back.
Stop. Because otherwise you will be puking in a hedge somewhere very soon, you know. You get I don't know what it is about that stuff, but it's really nice, and we get it here with we have that pickled herring we eat. It's weird, but and that together with schnapps and it's good stuff. It's good, it's good food. It's good food.
My dad used to love pickled herring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I talk to Bruce about it, he almost starts choking, going.
Well, my dad used to
he
say,
doesn't like it. He
my
doesn't.
dad
like
used to say we got to get some of those milkers though. They're better.
Yeah.
The ones that are it's sperm, eh?
So, yeah.
Milkers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he says those are the best pickled herring. We gotta get some of them.
That's crazy.
And then he says get a hold of Pete and tell him to bring us down a great big box of oxtails.
Man.
Oh yeah, oxtail soup.
Oh
yeah,
no, just the oxtails in the gravy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I
good
agree.
food. Yeah, that is good food. Yeah,
It is.
I made my own apple snaps. I made it last year. It was ready this year. It's
Oh yeah, that's
it's-
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Apple
good.
schnapps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple schnapps, Mom. Put that.
That's right. I left a half a jug of apple cider in the refrigerator over 6 months. It turned into schnapps too. You just have to peel like cover off the top of it, you know.
Yeah. What did your name said? Apple guy. Yep.
No, yeah, I make it from pig apples. But apparently there are different kinds because the first batch I made, it was horrible.
Kind of sour. Yeah.
Sour didn't cut it. It was just awful.
So is this like drinking a good cider, like
No.
real cider? Oh,
No.
okay.
No. This is 40% alcohol.
Oh.
So it does sting a bit when it goes in, but it has
I
a nice.
bet it does.
So
It has
you
a
ran
nice
it through a still.
No.
No,
I-
no still to get it.
No. I buy it. I use vodka or I
Oh,
use neutral flavored schnapps, which tastes of
right.
nothing.
Everclear.
Everclear. Yeah.
And so no, it's and it turned out it has a nice color and it's got a good taste. I'm going to show you guys.
Good. I want to see this. Now, do you filter it? Oh, he couldn't hear. Dang it. He took out his ear things.
So he's making apple cider and putting booze into it to turn it into a schnapps, right?
Sounds good to me.
To get 40%.
I could get some good gin and do that too, I think.
Gin with apple cider?
Gin with anything's pretty good in my book.
The only thing I like gin with is a little splash of vermouth and a couple olives.
Yes, I do frequent forums. But they're probably not the forums you're thinking of.
But this guy, he wanted me to try this drink. Well, I stopped at the liquor store and I got a 6-pack of Tall.
Oh, okay. I see how you're doing it.
Yeah. And it has completely taken the color. These apples were cherry red when I put them in. So it's been here for 2 years now. 2 years.
Right. But the apples, you eat the apples on ice cream. It's good stuff. Yes, you do.
Not this. Not this.
I bet it's good.
No,
those are
these
pig
taste-
apples.
They're pig apples. They taste horrible when they're fresh. They taste even worse after the alcohol has taken the rest of the sugar out. This is like a gummy bear and in texture, and it's sour and it's nasty.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think
You're thinking about something like a rum top type of thing where you put the fruits of the season in.
Well, I
and
used
then
to get
put
some
rum.
good shine from several people, and they would put like peaches and strawberries and that sort of thing in, and that was good on ice cream, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is, because there's so much sugar that some is left in the fruit. But
Well, who
here,
cares about the sugar? What's left over? You want the alcohol? Come on, Klaus.
but I mean, you mean the fruit? You take that, right, and eat that.
It's just a vehicle for the alcohol. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes. See.
I remember my buddy Mishu and I made hard apple cider, and it was still working in the demijohns, just slightly, like one bubble every, I forget. It was almost stopped, but it was still working. And I decided I'm going to bottle it up.
Working.
So I bottled it up. Well, we used to drink this stuff, and we used to get hammered, but while we were drinking it, we would always smoke a joint. We'd have a marijuana joint. We always said, I don't know whether it's the marijuana or the cider that's any good. Like, what is it? Is it the good marijuana or is it good cider? We never knew.
But
so the one day
doesn't
we
matter
said,
at the end of the day.
yeah, I know. But then I said, you know what we got to do? We just got to drink a bottle of this hard cider just by itself and no marijuana. And we drank it and we said, no, it's the cider. It's really good. You know what we called this cider? 139 stitch cider.
Oh,
the reason we called it that is when we had 3 demijohns of crushed cider juice that we had purchased, and we were moving the demijohns into my basement. And when we got the last one, it was an antique demijohn. You know, the air bubbles that are in the antique ones. And this one didn't have the lid, the cover to it, like the cone-shaped cover. And it exploded on us, and it landed over my buddy's 2 forearms, and we rushed him to the hospital. He took 139 stitches. And they said he would have bled to death if we wouldn't have been. We just lived around the corner from the hospital, so we just tied him off with tourniquets and wrapped towels around him and shot him right to the hospital, and they stitched him up. So it was 139 stitch apple cider.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then they say fruit is good for you, huh?
That was good. That was good cider.
Yeah.
And it was almost like champagne when you opened it. There was a little pop and a little fizz to it because it was still, like, luckily enough, I had bottled it late enough that the bottles didn't explode, because they would all blown up if I would have bottled it too early.
Hey, Morton.
Yeah, we put Jack Daniels inside of our nectarines when we can them.
No, but I mean, a good cider is tasty if it's not a sweet cider. It really is.
It is.
Oh, and I made it with Australian raisins.
Oh,
to help with the
What is that, kangaroo turds or something?
And they had a lot of sugar in it. What did you say, John?
You said Australian raisins. I asked if that was kangaroo turds.
Yeah, no, Australian raisins.
That's like mountain oyster.
Yeah.
I remember when I was looking for them, they had the highest sugar content of all the raisins that were on the market.
Yep.
Well, that's good, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Well, yeah, you got the raisins absorb some of the sugar too, you know. Oh, not that I know about, you know, fermenting or nothing.
No, but I mean, if you put raisins in rum and use it in bakery, oh man.
Or gin, or any of those things. They always talk about, you know, gin-soaked raisins for arthritis. Well, yeah, you just drink a shot of gin and you get the same thing. Ooh, my knees don't hurt anymore. I'll take another shot.
Nothing hurts.
My next door neighbor, Tony, passed away 7 years ago. He's Italian, and he had a still. So he would take the bottom of his barrel of wine, and he would, like, you know, because that's where you got all the sediment and everything, and he would save all the demijohns, the bottom of the demijohns, and he would run it through his still a few times and end up with what's called grappa.
Grappa, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Grappa and schnapps is very similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it grabs you by the, you know.
So
If
did
you're not
you-
careful,
did
yes.
you wind up with the still?
No, that went to a family member when he passed
Okay.
away. No, I didn't want the still because if anybody ever raids the house, guess what? You're going to jail if you got a still.
Oh yeah.
You can't just distill spirits for personal use.
Nope.
We
Really?
can't either. No,
Those
we
damn
can't either.
cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if you're John Clem.
But here, I mean, here it's not the cops. I mean, you have to worry about because they'll usually be one of your customers.
Is the
No,
neighbors?
No. It's the tax office.
Oh yeah.
If they get a hold of you, holy crap, that's expensive.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
man.
why the state's called alcohol, tobacco, ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Exactly where.
Yeah.
They're the guys.
The one to handle on all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a third in a still when we were younger. Much younger. And it was fun. I mean, we always went to parties where we ran out of soda before we ran out of booze.
Is this where you met Morton at?
No,
Okay.
way before that. We are 30 years back.
You, him, and Stens do hang out a lot.
We do,
right.
and we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You may still have that still going over at Stens' place or something.
No. Nope.
I think
I do
you can
see that
still
the
on
Chinese.
Amazon though.
Yeah, you can buy them in China. What the hunk?
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
all of a sudden you got sake.
Yeah, the good
Love.
stuff.
Now,
Ken,
just
what
a quick,
are you checking on?
Yeah, there's not much to make it a still.
Wrong channel, Ken.
Different kind of show.
Yeah. We don't even know about all the forums you attend.
That's right. Yeah,
Kenny's,
I'll bet it is.
Kenny's in a foul mood because he stinks.
Yeah. It smells sour.
Varnish.
Yeah.
Ernest.
I do stink.
I do stink.
Yeah, speaking of varnish, I think my snowblower has probably got varnish in them by now because I got them all ready for the season and it did not snow. So
No, but I don't know if you heard the story though, Brock. My neighbor comes over. I'm packing up all my tools. I'm ready to go in. It's 11 o'clock. Figure I'll go in, make myself a nice lunch, and all of a sudden, my neighbor Stu, kitty corner to me, comes walking over with his MTD Troy built piece of garbage, and I'm like, "What? It won't start, Stu." I texted you yesterday at 7:30 in the morning. You texted me 5 seconds later saying, "Thanks, I'll check it out." You're coming to me at 11 o'clock the next day. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
And it was so varnished and nasty, and oh my god!
It's
Nothing but the best.
Brock, if you would have put aspen in it, it wouldn't be gummed up.
Ugh.
So
Aspen.
is it snowing yet?
Get an alkylate fuel.
So
You,
they said
it won't gum up.
No, not yet.
6 or 7 tonight.
Like that motorcycle. If you fix that motorcycle and you get it going, I wouldn't even put pump fuel in it. I'd go and buy a liter of alkylate 4-stroke fuel.
Yeah, they
whether
got
it's aspen
wreck
or
fuel over here.
but it's got to be the can, but it's got to be an alkylate. It can't be an engineered.
No.
Get an
It gotta be
alkylate fuel and put a
Well, that's
liter of
gonna
that
be
in there, and
either-
that thing will
That's gonna
fire
be
up.
Moto Mix or what's the other alkylate?
Yeah, to still sell a 4-stroke alkylate fuel.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's called
Yeah,
Moto 4.
I don't know. I just put gas.
Yeah.
in it.
so that's an alkylate fuel.
Yeah, I
It's
think
still-
the Do It Center around the corner here has it.
As long as it's alkylate. A lot of them sell true fuel. That's engineered. That's not what you want.
I have to look
I
at
should buy some
And
of
you
that
don't-
and keep it
and
in
you
my
don't want-
generator.
You don't want the VP racing either. It burns with more carbon than pump fuel does. You want
yeah, 'cause
either the
my
still, the
father-in-law is
aspen,
gonna
or
let
the
it sit.
kinetics.
Trumbull.
Flurries.
Oh, you're only getting flurries.
Well, right now, then it says at 4 o'clock we got 100% chance of snow.
Wow.
Well, we're supposed to get a little at 5 p.m.
I don't see any flurries yet.
But yeah, Brock, anything you got that's going to sit around, you put alkylate fuel in there, buddy, I'm going to tell you, the best investment you're ever going to make.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that because
Yeah.
those bikes, they sit, you know.
Yeah.
Now you might as well have a generator with 2 wheels on it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Ken.
I got a generator in the shop that's for sale. It's got alkylate fuel in it. I put a liter in it. That's it. And that thing, I could let it sit for 2 years and it'll still fire up.
Yeah. When I give it to my father-in-law, I'm going to tell him, let's put some of that in there.
Yeah, if he's not going to ride it.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah,
But if he's going to let it sit, he should run it out of the regular pump fuel and then dump some of this in, fire it up again, get it into the carb system, get that ethanol out of the fuel lines because the fuel lines will harden up from the ethanol.
I got you. Yeah.
And if it's had regular pump gas in it, just make sure the bowl is empty of water first, and then run this stuff through. And it does well. It really does.
It's amazing. Great, good invention. Now, is it worth the money? When you look at what hourly rates are at small engine places, even guys that are doing it on the side, well worth the investment for whatever they're going to charge you.
No doubt. I agree.
Yeah, that's right. GGMF Steel Moto 4 Plus. Yeah.
What's that selling for in Denmark? A liter.
Moto 4 Plus.
I don't know what it is per liter, but they usually run.
The Aspen here normally is like
$33, $35 for 5 liters.
For 5 liters, yeah.
Yeah.
So Kenny, didn't you just score some Aspen 4 on eBay or something?
I bought 3 gallons. It was $70 for 3 gallons. About $6 a quart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our dealer gets $11 a quart.
Wow.
Yeah, but it is
So you
expensive.
got 3 gallons for what?
$70 ship.
That's a good score. Yeah.
12 quarts.
We're selling ours.
I mean here
bucks a liter.
I mean here, if I know that some of the demolition companies, if you want to use a gas powered piece of equipment indoors, you have to put up fans and suction systems, and you need to use something to breathe and all that. But if you're using Aspen, they'll just if you can open the window, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's and a lot of the gardeners that use power equipment, they won't use anything else. I mean, if they run out of Aspen, the machines are not running. It's as simple as that.
11.37 liters for $70 US.
So is that guy that you bought it from in Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, Kenny. 11 liters? No.
11.37 liters is 3 gallons.
Right.
And how much did you buy?
I bought 3 gallons, 11.37 liters, and it was $70 US shipped. But Stella, I bought it, and my lead man Wayne, we combined it into a double order.
Yeah,
it was cheaper. It's usually like $7.
Oh yeah, it's like it's not much cheaper.
It's a funny thing why that stuff is so more expensive over at yours in the US than it is here, and it is more expensive.
Well, I think the Aspen over here is selling for 11 or 12 bucks a liter plus the 13% tax.
Wow,
that's expensive.
It is. Well, I said the dealer here wants $10 plus tax. It's almost $11 for a quart.
Yeah. Right. I mean, if you look at it, if it's just let's say it's just a weed eater, 2-stroke weed eater.
Yeah.
I mean, how much service can you get done on a weed eater?
How often do you really use a weed eater, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, a quart is a year's worth for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next door neighbor buys the alkylate fuel off us, and I think he goes through 4 liters a year, and he cuts lawns and on the side, eh?
Yeah, yeah. But you got the alkylate fuel from, was it Gulf?
No, we got Gulf Pro originally sent us some of their alkylate fuel to do a video on and try out, and they sent us the sign. But when we approached them to buy it, we got to buy like a pallet.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what my dealer said. That's why he didn't stock.
Yeah, and we're never going to sell that much. Like Jake will buy 8, 16, maybe 24 cans of the 4 and 24 cans of the 50-to-1 mix.
Yeah.
And then when we get down to the last case of 8, then we'll go and order more.
Yeah. No, but it's funny because over here there are 6, 7, 8 different brands of alkylate fuel.
Yeah, there's only 2 over here well, 3 still.
Klaus is drinking, buddy.
The Aspen and the Kinetics.
I heard that.
But from Power Source, I can order the Massport lawnmowers that are made in, I think, Denmark, right?
Which one?
Massport.
No, British.
No, I think they were made in I think they were made in Denmark. The Massports.
Lawnmowers?
Yeah.
Nope. Massport is a British brand, or Australian. Hold on. It's not Danish.
There's no lawnmowers
in
made in
Denmark.
Denmark. There's no companies making lawnmowers in Denmark.
How you doing, Morton?
Hey, John.
Everything good today?
Well,
New Zealand. It's from New Zealand.
Hey, Klaus.
New Zealand. Okay.
I'm on
Well, Denmark, New Zealand, all the same
Hey,
thing.
everybody.
Morton, Happy New Year.
Thanks, Stella. Thanks. And,
now that Morton is here, I can go get another beer.
Klaus is bootlegging, buddy.
Yeah, Tommy, you can mix it with your favorite.
Don't you whip up bad atmosphere here, John.
Oh, calm down.
Yeah, but Tommy would be better off to buy the pre-mixed, the 50-to-1 alkylate. Already pre-mixed. You don't put oil in it.
Yeah, but
you could.
You have a preference for oil, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I never had any problems with the pre-mixed stuff so far. 5 years, the next door neighbor's using it, and all 5 pieces of equipment all fire up still. So this will be 6 years this spring. Everything should fire right up.
So, William, the key is you can use the cheapest and the worst gas in the world, but you're using the equipment every single day.
Yeah.
And the problem comes in when all of us DIYers and homeowners leave our crap sitting around for years and years and years. That's the problem.
Yep.
I've got carbs in so bad where what Bruce calls the tower totally eroded away. The aluminum's just been getting eaten away by the jelly of the.
Yes.
Now I think Stella said the jellified stuff is all the additives they put in.
I think it.
Yeah,
I
where
think
the
that-
emulsion
someone told me who had some experience in the industry was that is like the detergents that they add to fuel that's left over once the ethanol evaporates. So what happens is the water that's left over sort of like coagulates with whatever, because it doesn't stay mixed up. It separates and then the detergents come out.
It's called phase separation.
Yeah.
Well, that's normally for the water.
That's for the water. No, I'm talking about what's left over.
That jelly that's in there.
Is the Jello is like detergents.
See now,
some of it is what happens is that the water that gets absorbed by the alcohol can absorb water.
Yes.
At some point, it either cannot absorb more, or time goes on, and the alcohol separates away from the gasoline.
Right.
And when it does, it contains the water.
And the ethanol.
Right. The ethanol it has combined with the water, and then it separates out from the gasoline. It drops to the bottom because it's heavier. The gel is a combination of whatever the alcohol has been in contact with and the water.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't think, I mean, some of it may be additives, but the thing is that alcohol cannot mix with, for instance, oil, like two-stroke oil. They do not mix. But if they can mix with some of the additives in there, maybe it could be, yeah. But mainly it's suspended water in an alcohol. That's the gel.
Right.
And it's
so you're
nasty
telling me
stuff.
the jelly is the water?
Huh?
You're saying the jelly is the water?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the
With the
water
ethanol.
and the detergents. That
And the detergents, it can definitely be some of the detergents that are in there that alcohol can bind to, or detergents that can bind to alcohol. But the problem with it is that it's very, very sour. It's acidic, very, very acidic.
Oh yeah, it'll eat through the aluminum.
I've
will,
never
yeah.
tried it on toast, so I won't know.
Now, what I got to do one day is take one of these jellified carb bowls, switch out the carb bowl, and I'm just going to leave that bowl there to air dry and see if it turns to a white powder.
It
There you
does.
go. Yeah, I was going to say, what is the white powder? That was my next thing.
Yeah, because a lot of the ones we got in this year that they said, oh, they'll start right up. I ran the fuel out of them. And then when we put fuel in them and tried to fire them up, they wouldn't fire. We had to give them a shot of carb cleaner to get it to fire. But once it fired, it ran. But then we said we're going to take the bowl off to look at it. And when we opened up the bowl, it had all these white crystals in it.
That's exactly what my next question was. Then what is the white powder? Because I've been getting a lot of
the powder and the crystals is the gel dried out.
Yeah.
So is that ethanol breaking down the white powder or no?
Yeah, I think so.
You can buy packets of that in the grocery store, like Jell-O.
Yeah, because I know we've always used no ethanol fuel.
Wayne, you got a question down there.
Are there any retail plate to buy alkylate fuel? I can only find True Fuel. You got to go to a still dealer because that's the only. Well, like any small engine repair company is going to have alkylate fuel. They're either going to have Aspen or Kinetics, or if there's a still dealer, they're going to have the Moto Mix, the alkylate still fuel. But that's of the ones like Canadian Tire, all they've got is engineered fuel, like the VP Racing that says no ethanol. That's not an alkylate fuel. I think that's just an engineered fuel.
That's non-ethanol.
That's non-ethanol. That's right.
But that's good because there are so many places here in the United States where you cannot buy ethanol-free fuel.
Yes.
So that's your only choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any problems with any of my gear because I buy non-ethanol, and that's what I run in all of my gear. That's what I put in all my customers' gear when I send it back to them, because I got to test it with something.
Now, I know I watched Terrell burn off the True Fuel, and he showed how dirty it burns.
Yeah, I like that
and,
video.
I forget, Geddick, Monkey something. He's got a channel. He's does snow removal and that. Bob Geddick, or do you know what I'm talking about? Well, he burnt some of the VP Racing non-ethanol fuel, and it burns twice as bad as the True Fuel. And
no way.
And twice as bad as pump fuel. He showed it on his channel. Yeah.
William, I think you've opened up a big can of worms because there's a whole lot of people that say, oh, water cooled, it's designed for that. And I know people who buy this because it's cheap and they run it in their scooters. They run it in all kinds of things. And I don't know that they've had any problem with it. I mean, I personally haven't had any problems or seen any problems from the people that I know that use that.
What the
problem is the boat motors, and Lewis, you would know about this, but boat motors run at a much lower temperature than a chainsaw.
Yeah, because they're water cooled.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, I'm assuming that in a scooter, it's not like a chainsaw. I mean, that's
no, but it's still much hotter than it is in a boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the boat is direct cooling.
And we're listening from the oil guy right here, right there, the oil man. He knows.
The problem with outboard oil in an air cooled two-stroke is that it breaks down too fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you use our favorite steel HP Ultra oil thingy or Stella's Castrol in a boat engine, it'll coke up that engine. It'll carbon it up very fast because it can't burn it off. The temperature is not high enough.
Yep.
So I will definitely not use outboard oil in an air cooled.
I heard that Echo has a good two-stroke oil.
Yeah, I use that Echo oil. Yeah.
But
it's got a certain tint to it that you know which one it is.
You wouldn't use the Echo in an outboard engine, I don't think. You would use the marine two-stroke for marine operation.
But I mean, for preservation or winterization, whatever you want to call it, I mean, pre-mix Aspen, for instance, in a boat engine or boat motor, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, perfect. That's the way to winterize that engine and get all the water out of there too, out of the bottom end.
Yeah. If it's a
I think there's a reason why it's prepared or made for scooters or boat engines.
Yeah,
I think that they know there's difference, then they make it different.
then you are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sorry, Morten. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I got a colleague. He worked for an entrepreneur. It's called in 22 years. Yeah. In the shop, and sometime they started on buying the aspen fuel, and under a year from where they bought the aspen fuel, only mixed or not mixed, they started replacing the carburetors on the what's called the soil stumpers. Yeah, you know when you dig a trench and you've got a pipe down and you're gonna pack up the soil. Yeah, those small engines, they were two strokes. They were changing the carburetors out under a year after another. Yeah, the pre-mixed oil it just eat up the carburetor, not the gaskets. Yeah, but the carburetors.
That's
just
crazy.
told me 14
What, on
days
the aspen
ago,
fuel?
talked about it. Yeah.
No, regular.
Yeah.
The thing
Regular.
is, the really funny thing is, if you have a two-stroke, that's you know where the carburetor can be borderline clogged up with old fuel.
Yeah.
You don't want to run aspen to it to clean it. You want to run regular gas with oil in it.
Yeah.
Because
You're
that
running
can
out.
clean.
Yeah.
Try and degrease something with aspen fuel. It doesn't work.
No.
It really, it's a funny substance. But
No, you got to have a clean carburetor to start with.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. They decided after 3 years, they decided to go back to regular gas, and mix the oil at the shop and at the workshop at the main workshop. Yeah, they pre-mixed it for all the workers so they could come and get it.
But Morten, there must be something wrong because the aspen fuel won't eat a carburetor. It's not possible.
No.
Yeah, but I
There's
don't
nothing in
know.
it.
I don't know if it was directly the aspen fuel or it was something else. But he said that they changed the carburetors on those salt stumpers. Yeah. So,
It's like a whacker plate.
Yeah. Right. The whacker.
Plate. Yeah.
The whacker machine.
No, it shouldn't make any difference.
No, but I mean, sometimes you see. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again. You know, small engine guys that's been doing it for 40 years. They're set in their ways and they have an idea on how things should be done, and they're not open to suggestions or anything new. They're just meh. And I run into a lot of those. I mean, crazy, a lot of those.
Well, we got a couple of landscapers that even though they pre-mixed their own two-stroke and then they had their four-stroke equipment, that their guys were just basically not paying attention, and they were putting straight fuel into two-stroke equipment and two-stroke into straight fuel equipment, where the guy just said, you know what? All of my equipment's going to be four-stroke from now on, and I'm not going to have any two-stroke equipment.
Yeah. Cut out.
He said, I just blown up too many engines.
Same fuel, no confusion. Yeah.
How much ethanol are in your gasoline?
Where, here in Canada?
Yeah, Canada or US. How much is in there?
87 octanes got 10.
10
89 is supposed to have 5, and 91 normally would have had 0 because it was a blend of like your 89 was a blend of your 91 with your 87. So it would give you 5, but then your 91 was supposed to be ethanol free. Yeah. But like right now, the only place I could get it is Esso.
Okay. Here you cannot get it without ethanol. It's a legislation thing.
Yeah.
But we
I haven't
5% for the high octane and 10% for the mid-grade octane.
Yeah, I haven't bought any in January, so I can't tell you if it's still got ethanol free or not until I go out and I'll buy 2 liters first. But the first gallon goes into my truck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
You got
I
to
buy
pump
from
the first 4 liters into the vehicle before you fill up your jerry can.
my gas station, my Shell gas station. Each aisle or every, with all the handles, there are 3 handles for 3 different products.
Right. So now you're separated. Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
But if it's on one hose, then you don't know what you're getting.
Nope. You don't. Well, you don't know what you're getting, whatever in the hose.
Yeah, you don't know what you're getting until you test it too, because they told me the Shell 94 here in Port Colborne wouldn't have any ethanol in it. It had 5 or 6%. And that's putting the first 4 liters into my truck.
Well, they want to put more percentage of ethanol.
They talk about 15% here.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
that means that if there isn't an alternative, that there are no power equipment that can run on 15% ethanol.
Nope. I was just gonna say that. I mean, it's a losing battle at that point for us.
Yeah.
Well, the price of feed corn will go up because they're growing all the corn to make ethanol and no corn to eat and no corn to feed the animals.
Yeah, so a can of corn's going to be $9.
Can of corn's going up, going to be worth more than a liter of Aspen.
No more popcorn at the movies.
No more popcorn.
Yes, Ray, they do that in Bermuda as well.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this Instacart shopper is just this shy of incompetent.
Yeah.
Say what, Brett? I didn't hear you.
I said this Instacart shopper I'm having to do my grocery order here, I said is just a hair shy of incompetent.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I like doing that because you get free stuff all the time.
Well, I have to do it because remember, I can't drive.
Yeah.
Put me behind the wheel, it's like Stevie Wonder behind the wheel.
I just called back.
Yeah.
Although I don't do this.
It may sound good with a bad result.
I don't do this number though.
No.
No, with all due respect, Stevie Wonder is a good musician.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
He's been doing something right. He's in the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Been singing probably 50 plus years or better.
Yep. Damn, the thermometer just dropped to 21F here.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, Stella, I watched your last little Tecumseh video, and that was very informative on those carburetors.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad because sometimes it's the simple stuff that gets us all. I've watched other videos of other people, supposedly putting it back together, and it's wrong. And I'm sitting there going, no, this is wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
The thing that gets me is a lot of times when I get a Tecumseh, the carburetor is to the point where it's almost beyond, it's to the point of no return.
Well, that's probably just the O-rings on the emulsion tube.
Yeah. Now, how do you, I know how to get that emulsion tube out, but trying to find those O-rings.
They're 006. Go to any store or plumbing supply.
And in all honesty, I'm about 50-50 trying to get those emulsion tubes out without damaging them. So
yeah, they're hard to get out.
They're very hard to get out.
I've never removed one.
Yeah,
I just replaced 2 of them today.
I never knew that you could take them out till Stella showed that.
Yeah, they're hard to get out, but
a lot of times they get square on the edges and get this white shit all over them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they get that ring around them. You got to get that out.
I just had one today. The emulsion tube came out with the jet on an old Tacoma.
I've seen
that.
He's just passing through.
Yeah.
Now, is there any difference? I've seen some of them with red emulsion tubes and some with blue.
Red, blue, pink, white, yellow.
Yeah, you have to buy the right color because there are different diameter.
Different diameters,
number of holes.
Different position of the hose. Yeah.
You have to look up the spec of the engine to make sure you're working.
Well, or just buy pink emulsion tube if that's what comes out of it.
Just all the way.
And
Most of the
remember
ones
vent
I've seen
hole.
have been red.
Yeah, like I said, the O-rings are -006. You can get them anywhere.
Brett,
Dash
remember
006.
Yeah.
Brett, remember the vent hole on the side of the carburetor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that vent hole. I've seen.
If it's plugged up, it won't run. We're the shit.
Nope.
Yep,
Sure
because
won't.
it's got to be able to breathe, just like your gas cap. Oh, by the way, Stella, I don't know if you got a chance to check out my channel or not.
Yeah, that was John.
It's up top red. I think that Ken put a link.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at that.
Yeah, watch that thing I did on the Craftsman snowblowers. That got pretty popular. I took an old one and a new one side by side. A Murray made one and an MTD made one, and did a comparison.
Yeah.
That's a Frankenblower.
Freaking blower. We all been there.
Got a lot of them.
Well, I've never really. Well, I did see a snowblower once. It had a Tecumseh engine on it.
I like
love
the Cums
Tecumseh
engines.
engine.
At least you've seen one.
That's my favorite engine to come see.
Yeah, I like them.
Yep.
I like them too, despite what some other people think.
The only thing I don't like about them, and I got to order those. Bruce gave me a link where he's buying his bowl gaskets.
Yeah?
I've got the original OEM Tecumseh ones, and I've got the aftermarket ones from Stens. And if you put them on, and for some reason you got it next year, I got to take it off. As soon as you remove it, it swells out, and you got to
why
throw it
does
away.
it do that? The swelling on them.
I have not got a clue. It's got to be.
I can't figure it out. Like some of them I get in, they swell. Some of them they don't.
And I even went and bought, because they were swelling, I stopped buying the Stens ones, and I ordered the Tecumseh ones. They come in a Tecumseh bag, and they were still swelling.
Huh.
After one use. So
and
if I
if you
worked
ever
on that
dealt-
machine again the next year, it'd swell up as soon as I took it off.
Have you ever dealt with prime line parts? Anybody in here?
Prime line?
Prime line,
Prime
like
line?
Yeah, Primeline aftermarket parts. Yeah.
We work where I work. It's an auto parts store, but he's got a little lawnmower shop in the back of that, and that's what I do there. And he stocks the prime line parts, and the prime line part number for that bowl gasket, I believe, is a 7-04645, and I've used them for years and never had any trouble with them.
Prime line. I gotta remember that.
Yeah, prime line. You can get them through CarQuest.
Yeah.
They're very similar numbering system to what Napa uses. So I'm thinking it's the same people.
So CarQuest, that's federated still, right? Yeah.
What's that?
Federated, right?
Yeah, they're also in with Advance.
Yep. Advance Auto. Yep.
Now, I've seen Prime Line 00 grease. Same company?
It might be.
Because I can't get 00 grease over here in Canada.
Huh. I'm
And
so
now-
lucky. I stocked up on that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that.
I got six. Jake's got 6 quarts on back order now for. It's got to be going on 9-10 months.
If you, I was actually thinking about that the other day, Wayne.
This was from Oregon, like you said.
Yeah. That's the stuff I have. The rotary, I think. Rotary
Yeah, the
or-
rotary. Yeah.
But
Rotary.
if you, I don't know if you have them, but tractor trailers, big trucks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tractor trailers, they sometimes have a centralized greasing system on them.
Yeah.
So it continuously lubricate the wheel bearings on trailers and stuff. The grease they use is a 0 or 00.
Mm-hmm.
It would do the trick. So if you know any truck mechanics, ask them if they are familiar with that system, because that grease is a very thin grease.
Yeah, I know that one guy told me that he was at a local dealer. I don't know, they're about 30 minutes from here, and he bought the Alvina, which is a 00.
Yeah,
it's an Alvina EP, I think it's called.
Yeah, but EP
But
is
I
the one
think-
used with yellow metal.
Yeah, but I think it's, I forget, not cheap. Like it only comes, I think, in 8-ounce bottles, and we want the 32-ounce bottles.
Yeah.
I mean, any shell product is expensive when it comes to that.
I love Show. That's my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Wayne, did you try Napa Canada?
I called them to see because online it says that they can get the prime line. I think it is 00 grease. They said they can't get it. And I said, well, it shows on the website that Napa carries this grease. So why don't you order me some from the States if you got to order it in?
Yeah.
Napa's Napa, right?
Yeah, because Napa shows it at the prime line.
Can't, yeah, I know. They said they can't get it for me.
Well, is it corporate store or a franchise store?
What?
But
Napa?
I thought. No.
Yeah.
But I was thinking. I mean, like a carryover. Do you know Lucas? They have that white lithium grease in a tube.
Yeah.
That's a 1, I think, and it'll do it. It'll do the trick.
Yeah, but anyone that I've torn apart that's failed, if it's had the white lithium grease in it, it's always pushed out to away from the gear, like it's like separated out.
Yeah.
Hey Wayne, I'm just on Amazon.ca.
Yeah.
And there is a 35-pound pail.
Yeah, from Chevron.
$550.
Just what I want to do is blow $500 on grease that'll last me until I'm dead.
$75.
But it's a lifetime supply. That stuff doesn't go bad, you know.
Hey, Jake would be like, well, the old boy's gone, but I got the grease.
All I got to do is
he's gonna use that 35-pound pail for the deep fryers at KFC.
Yeah, no, all I got to do is buy 32-ounce squeeze bottles, fill them up, and sell them.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that's $550 a pail. You could make a killing at that.
Man,
you know?
We get 32-ounce ones at Tractor Supply. It's called Super S.
That's super. Yep.
Is it any good?
Yeah,
I love it. As long as it's 00.
Yeah, it's only $6 a quart.
Yeah, Tractor Supply's got some good stuff, man.
And what's it called, Kenny?
Super S is the brand, but it's 00 grease. Super S.
Super S. In a bottle or a tube?
No, a bottle.
It's all for the tractors.
Yeah, quart bottle is like $6.20.
So our Tractor Supply now is called PV Mart over here.
Yeah, see if they have Super S 00.
I'll have to call them and see if they got it.
What about
I use it down at the other shop.
I forgot about that.
We sell Lucas stuff down there. I like the red and tacky.
Red and tacky.
No good for a gearbox on a snowblower.
No.
No, but it does good on the gearboxes on the weed eaters and such.
Yeah, that 00 is good for temperature, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I also been looking for that cotton picker grease. And that's a 00.
That's a 00.
This is that's what this is. This from Tractor Supply.
Use from McDonald's when they change
cotton picker spindle grease.
Yeah.
That'll do.
But it's because all those tractors, they got to be having all that in
There's
there.
the SKU number, Wayne. If you typed out
Here comes the snow. We're getting snow now.
Yeah,
Wayne, there's the SKU number. Look up that SKU number and ask them if they could buy that SKU.
Okay.
Oh, that's very good. Yep.
And you know what? The funny thing
I
is,
tell you what, that Ken, man, he's always on the ball, man.
The funny thing is, it's in the same kind of bottle as the
he come up with my part numbers last night for those Toro belts, like boom, boom, boom. It's like
he's like an encyclopedia, man.
Hence the name of this channel.
Mr. Moto. There you go.
Yeah.
But we had the problem with 00 grease last year too, and Donnie put out that video saying you couldn't get it anymore, and then we couldn't get it either for like 6 months.
You were
like I said,
a bit ago here about
now.
Marine oil in 2 cycles. We had gotten our hands on an Echo SRM 400, which if you've seen that, that's a heavy duty brush cutter. And I had it all tuned up and everything, good quality 2-stroke mix and everything. Guy bought it and ran the cheap marine oil in it, and he brought it back a couple hours later. He said, I shut it off. Now I can't get it to restart. I put a compression gauge in it, and it was like down to 50 PSI.
No. Yeah.
Stuck a bore scope down in there, and I seen the vertical scratching, and I'm like, that wasn't like that with the left ear. And the guy's like, oh, I was my screw up. He goes, I did everything right. I put this marine oil in. I'm like, there's your issue right there.
That's why I stopped messing with chainsaws, man. I mean, you cannot trust the customer whatsoever. You just cannot trust them with the chainsaws. But they say, "Well, I mixed it correctly. I mixed it correctly." No, you didn't. I mean, I could see the scoring when I take off the exhaust. There you go. This is it.
Mechanic did a thing here about a week or two ago about you could tell what's been run or if there's damage because she stuck her little bore scope down in I think it was a saw or something, and it showed the vertical scratching.
John.
John, don't start.
Sorry, I
again,
was
John.
returning a. Well, I couldn't tell what it was. My eyes are blurry.
Yeah,
Zoom in, Stella, so I can see what that is.
that's a bobcat.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
beautiful
Okay.
cat. Beautiful cat.
That
Her
looks
name
like
is
I
Carmen.
meant nothing else by what I asked.
I don't believe that, John.
look at that cat.
Troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
Look at that kitty. What's her name?
Carmen.
I didn't hear.
Carmen.
Carmen. That looks like
She's
a cat.
missing her fruit hat, but that's okay.
Arch is out there.
Fruit hat.
Dilly
that
dilly,
Mickey's?
Arch. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. That looks like the cat that I used to have, Stella. I lost her right after Thanksgiving. Kidney failure.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
I've gone through that.
The sad part about it is she was the younger of the two cats I had.
That's
Only 12.
I've
Charlie
gone through
over here,
that.
he's 16.
So, Ken, did you get that cubby going?
No, I didn't have a chance because my asshole neighbor came by with a varnished Snowblower.
Yeah.
Man, I love that Cub Cadet, man. You got that thing's nice.
Is that the cat with the anxiety issues or separation? No.
No, this
Yeah.
is Carmen.
Hi, Carmen.
Ken,
Carmen's the cool one.
Yeah,
please let us see more about the Cup Cadet.
What's that?
Cool, calm, collected
English, more
Carmen.
English.
What do you want more?
Ken, please let us see.
Come on, now, let's put it up.
More videos about the Cup Cadet. Let's see.
Yeah,
But
let's see that.
if you're interested in those old international Cub Cadets, visit the ihcubcadet.com, and there we have a whole forum, all kinds of videos.
Love
everything.
those.
Yeah.
Cub Cadets. You know, they're almost like the simplicities. You know.
No, the old IH Cub Cadets are better.
Yeah. Not the simplicities. I'm sorry. What are the other ones? Doggone it, I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Well, we were the old Cub Cadets. They were in competition with like the John Deere 140s and those, the old ones.
Yeah. But man,
but then you had the what is it? The Case Ingersolls. Yeah,
Ingersoll.
Yeah,
that's
the
what-
Ingersoll.
yeah.
Ford Jacobson made them too, and Jacobson private them. Ford had their LGT.
Well, they got that 3/4 inch framing. They're really well built.
Yeah,
you can put a loader on the front of it. Everything,
Yeah, the quick way loader. Yeah.
Yeah, quick way loaders.
Johnson
loaders, quick way loaders.
I just today saw another brand of a front loader for those.
There's Johnson, there's Dan User, there's Quick Way, there's like 7 or 8 of them.
Okay. I only knew of 2.
Modern, settle down.
Yeah.
Morton's okay.
Modern can't handle too many names of vintage tractors.
Man,
because he loves them all.
I don't care what brand. I love them all. I got 5 Aronses.
What's up, Uncle Art?
So,
I would have more on my show, but I cannot get rid of them after I get done.
Yeah, but the Aaron's is the same as the New Holland. They had the New Holland variant. It was just a green and gray.
no, Kenny, it's the other way around.
What? New Holland
Yeah,
made
Aaron's made them, but New
yeah,
Holland.
Aaron's made them from New Holland. Yeah. They painted them that gray green color. Yeah.
It's I don't care if it's a Ford or it's a John Deere or it's a Suburban or what it is. I love them all. It's I just got my first garden tractors 8 years ago, and I stopped I stopped having excuses for buying them. So I just buy one and hide it so my wife don't see it. So
Yes, I don't have enough hiding spots. That's my problem. I gotta build another barn. Yeah.
Brock, I was thinking, can't you sell a tractor once you're done with it?
Yeah, I have a hard time getting rid of the older stuff here for some reason.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I love working on the older stuff because I respect them, like the engineering of the older stuff, way more than the newer stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
I got a good excuse for that. Yeah, don't make it finished. Don't make it finished.
Just keep on hammering at it. Yeah.
It's an ongoing project. Yeah, I can't sell it. It's not fun. It's not done.
Ken, you're fixing to start getting the snow.
That's nice.
That's why I got 5 of them.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Radar about coming through New Jersey, headed your way.
Yeah,
Well, man, it's been miserable all day here, like 40s and cold rain.
Yeah, rain here all day yesterday.
John, where do you go and see the radar picture for storms and stuff?
I've been.
Do I know?
Where do you go and see radar pictures?
See you later, Ben.
Storms that's moving in. What webpage?
myradar.com.
Okay.
So, did you guys see that No's garden tractor and firewood that I keep talking about?
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of cool tractors in his garage, and he knows a lot about those old tractors.
Like, yeah, he was in the chat today.
Yeah, I seen him. I was like, man, I like for him to come up one day if you know.
Where is he located?
He's in Canada. Yep.
Who was it?
Noel's garden tractor and firewood.
Firewood. Yeah, I'll put a link. Hold on.
There you go.
He's right here.
Oh, there you go.
There he is.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Yes.
There's a link.
Does
Which
he have a
Massey's do you? No, which Massey do you have? I worked on MF12s, MF14s.
You can ask him, Penny. He's in the chat.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Does he have a wife? Brock, is he married?
Oh, Prince Edward.
I don't
looking?
think so. Nope.
Well, that's why he can have all this stuff.
Yeah. Prince Edward Island. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Prince Edward Island. That's where they say it knowing out.
It knowing out.
Yeah, it knowing out. You say what? He said it knowing. I said, oh, you mean snowing? He said, yeah, it knowing.
No, it's funny. You talk about people with
a
little bit of a speech impediment. I had a guy growing up, nice guy, don't get me wrong. His name was Chris Kane, and he had a hairlet, right?
Oh.
And his father was the scoutmaster, and he was like assistant scoutmaster, but he always tried to be the big boss. And whenever we get in trouble, and like, let's say we didn't do something right, he goes, "You guys are sleeping with me tonight in my tent. You guys are a bunch of babies. You're sleeping with me." That's it.
That sounds like the warden.
No, but it's funny. To this day, what's funny is there's a guy at Sikorsky I work with, Johnny. There's a guy named at Sikorsky I work named Johnny who was in the Boy Scout troop of mine, same Boy Scout troop, with this kid Chris. And every time I call him up at work, he's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "You're sleeping with me tonight." And he's like, "Oh, he dies. He just dies every time I do it." So you guys are with the babies. Yeah.
Oh, Kenny, you got the Ferguson numbers there. 7, 12, 14.
Yeah, 7, 12, 14. Yep, I worked on those. Those are the Kohlers. Yep, the Kohler case.
Yeah,
series.
man.
Absolutely.
No, he really knows his stuff. Yep.
Yeah. We don't get too many Massey Fergusons to work on over here.
But those are cool because they're like a red color with a gray. It's really nice, and they're well built tractor. The MS, they're very, very heavy too.
Yeah, Jake's great grandfather was a Massey Ferguson dealer.
Yeah, we have one about 5 miles from here. He's mostly subcompact and bigger, but he'll service the smaller stuff if you want. Yeah. I did a few engine rebuilds for like MF 12, 14, and 16.
Massey Ferguson, is that an American brand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you mean, Massey? What do you mean, Ferguson?
Canadian too.
Massey Harris. No.
Brantford, Ontario, where Brant Small Engines is from. They had a big Massey Ferguson plant.
Oh wait, your
back in the
MF12 is
day.
at Tecumseh. All the ones I worked on were Kohlers, K301s.
Yeah. A lot of the MFs is with the small ones.
The 7 I know is
with
Tecumseh, but the 12, 14, 16s that I've worked on were all K series.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They are Kohlers. Yeah.
Yeah, if those that don't know, HH means heavy horizontal, so heavy frame horizontal shaft.
Yep.
Huh.
And for anybody that's just watching that, those are old machines with the Tecumseh engines that are still running.
And those have Timken bearings in them, too. They're good engines.
Still running. So
Try
anybody
that.
that wants to diss Tecumseh,
Try that with a long fin
our
that's
number.
30 or
What
40
model,
or 50
Arch?
years old.
yeah, try that engine out with a Briggs and Stratton on it.
What model, Arch? I wonder what model. Yeah, Raymond Massey. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, my father, his first job was at Massey Ferguson Tracker right out of high school. Yeah, in Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to forge all the pedals for the tractors at our Ford shop back in the day.
What
Ford
Ford
had
shop?
300 guys working.
The reason why I was wrongly asking was that the smaller Mercer Fergusons, other than the little gray Fergusons we got right after World War II, they all made in England.
You still have it.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, it was all over the world.
Yeah, I know. But the gray ones were made in the States because it was part of the Marshall Plan.
They were red over here.
Yeah. But you can get them red too. That's the 35. That's one number up. I think the gray one was the export version. It was a gasoline tractor, and they still run them today. There's a museum 40 minutes away from where I live, only with really old Marshall help Fergusons.
Oh, that'd be really cool to see. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, they got Klaus. How high is that tower with the gray Fergusons? Ain't that
don't know
30 meters or what? It's pretty high. They got gray Fergusons in two rings and one at the top in 30 meters high. Yeah. It's awesome. Once a year they got the Ferguson Day over there, and you can if you got an old Massey Ferguson, you can.
There's a link in the
Yeah,
chat.
I can't remember what's called, but you can get there and be within the day of the work at the field. It's a pretty awesome. So
you're thinking of Hank, John. You're thinking of Hank.
My bad.
Rock, I put a link in for
John?
I know it's in Danish. It's horrible language, but if you can go in and see some pictures of Ferguson's.
What's now, John?
Oh, good. Now, John is just messing about with old tractor something.
With old guys like me.
Yeah.
Morton, Klaus said,
Morton, you know, there's a thing that you call, you know, when you get old, my age, you deserve a little bit of respect, eh? You don't get that.
I give you plenty.
Yeah. He said Wayne, he meant Hank.
Yeah. He meant Nick. I think he was talking about Mick.
Oh, look at Dan! Look at Dan the snake.
Dan Solo. Yeah, Dan, you're right.
Yeah, that's a good one, Dan.
That is.
Yeah, you must have been bad in school, eh, John?
I pretty much was. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in the timeout seat, or were they?
I was in the special class.
That's not like the short bus, was it?
Yeah.
Hey, I
was
rode
the short bus captain.
Yeah, the TE20 is pretty popular here over here in Denmark. Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing about the short bus, you get off faster. You know.
Yep. I got to wear a spiffy looking little helmet too.
John, just so you know, I'm so old, John, that when I was 5 years old, I was in grade 1, and I was going to the school was called SS number 10. Yeah. And the older boys in the class said, "Hey, Wayne, we want to get out of school today. It's snowing out. It's cold. we want to go out tobogganing. Take that rubber boot and throw it into the wood stove. So being 5 years old, that's what I did. And then all of a sudden the teacher said, what's going on here? And the smoke's pouring out of the stove. And we had to close down the school for the day.
There you go. Mission
So
accomplished.
Good job.
that was how you got out of the school 70 years ago, was throw a rubber boot into the wood stove that heated the
70.
school.
Was that when they had like the one-room classroom?
John, we didn't have
One room
toilets either.
school.
We had outhouses.
Yeah.
Hey, I almost
they'd
bought
ring the bell
one.
out front. Everybody come
Yeah,
running
there
their
was a
wagons.
bell. Believe it or not, there was a bell. Yep, there was a bell to tell you were either late or on time.
I
Right, you have
almost
a
bought
blacksmith.
a one
You
room
can see the dot is where I am, so you can see.
You don't
it's
have
coming.
anything yet.
You're gonna get hit.
Oh, it's
You
coming.
You better
Away.
call Hank. You better call Hank. He needs to go home
Back
now.
down
Hank,
ahead.
Hank is
Yeah.
where it says Hartford up that dot. That's where Hank is.
Yeah.
Oh man, batten down the hatches.
Yeah,
Like
so
we got nothing staying on the ground over here. It's all
Yeah.
just
it's gonna
wet.
be close. I bet you we get 3 or 4. I don't know. We'll see. It's close to that water line, you know.
I've got it.
They're supposed to get like
Lake
rain and
effect.
slush in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say you got nothing, Wayne?
Just a little flurry, nothing staying on the ground, like on the pavement or the driveway. It's melting. A little laying on the grass, but there's nothing here.
What's up, Uncle Arch?
Let's do.
It looks
There's
like
a lot
Arch
on
is
the
just on the
pavement.
cusp of rain and snow.
I'll have to see if Jake can put up a video off of our surveillance cameras. Yesterday, Lori was doing paperwork in the office. I was out in the shop. She called me on the phone. She said, something just banged against the front door like somebody was trying to break in. She said, I looked at the video camera. There's two red foxes out there. They're on our back porch, on our front porch. So anyway, she says, go and take a look. They're coming towards the back down the sidewalk. So I go out the shop door and I look, and here comes this red fox chasing a squirrel. So Jake put up the video so we could watch it on the surveillance. That squirrel was crawling along our brick wall of the house. So he's hanging on sideways, and the foxes are sitting there looking at the squirrel, and they keep going up and down the driveway. And then finally the squirrel made a run for it. I took a great big stick and started whacking on the concrete, and the fox took off when he seen me, Let the squirrel go. They never got him.
Won't you share the video with the rest of us so we can enjoy it?
Oh, I got to talk Jake. I don't do videos, buddy. I'm like you, John.
Oh, Lord.
John, I'm like you. I don't do videos.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Uh-huh.
But I told him yesterday, I
I
said,
did
if I do one, I'm not going to have my face on it, but I'm going to point out, if you want to see me or talk to me, you got to do it on Ken or Stella live stream on Saturdays at 2.
That's pretty funny, Tommy.
But I didn't go to school where I had to go to school.
A good one.
You know, you were talking about special schools or whatever. I had to go to one for visually impaired and blind people.
Yeah.
So you can read Braille?
Wait, are there non-visually impaired blind people?
Wait.
You sound like a
That's right.
politician, Kenny.
I rode the impaired
sorry.
bus.
Really, go. That was Biden.
Yeah,
That
we
sounded
don't,
like
we don't do politics here.
that sounded like a political question at a committee hearing.
Uh-oh.
So
No,
you're- so you're not answering the question, but now that we know that does exist, because you're doing an investigation, but you can't talk about it.
Hey, as long as there's funding, Wayne, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, that's it.
What they consider me as legally blind. There was some that were like me, and there was some that had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I
know
wish
here
I
when
wish
you go
I'd
to
get funded.
when you go to get your license, if you're legally blind, there's actually a thing on our license here in Connecticut where you can still drive, but it even says on your license legally blind. So I don't know if that's so the cop feels sorry for you. He's trying to give you a ticket or what.
Well,
I could read the speedo,
like
Your Honor.
And like you cane out in front of the car.
Like you can do. I tried out for it. Was what they
I-
call myoptic driving.
I was actually wondering, my California license says I have to wear corrective lenses when I'm driving.
There's
How is the how is the officer going to check that?
Because if you don't have your
Contacts,
glasses
Julio.
on, you're fine. It's right on your. It's right on your license.
I wear contacts.
Oh,
That's
good
all.
point.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but how does the officer check it?
He
And I'm
doesn't.
not.
You know how many times I worried about that in 33 years?
You know, it's funny that you would say California driver's license.
As long as they were driving, they were fine.
I have one. Yeah.
I hired this guy years ago to be a mechanic, and he also said he had a CDL. So I'm interviewing him and everything, you know, and I said, okay, let me see your CDL. He says California driver license. I said, no, that's not the same thing. He goes, what do you mean? So on his
wait. CDL, he thought it meant California driver's license?
Yes. So on his application,
yeah.
he said, you know, if you have a special license or anything like that, you know, to be a mechanic in our shop, we like you have your CDL also, you know. So and then he said, yes, I have a CDL. I'm like, okay, cool. I called him in. It'd been like a week. We were getting ready to relocate this guy, everything. And I said, well, let me see your CDL so I can make a copy of it. He says, I said, well, this is your California driver's license. I said, where's your credentials for your truck driver license? He says, well, no, I don't have a truck driver license. I said, well, I looked through the paperwork and he said, well, I have a CDL. I said, no.
Yeah, CDL here is commercial driver's
license. Yeah. But we did end up putting him through school. He was one of our best guys, and it was like history from there. Yeah. Even when we sold the company, we even got him another job, and yeah, it was pretty cool. But we always told him, hey, you got your CDL on you? And we laugh about it, you know, like he's working on a truck or something. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
So here's a question. If you're blind, legally blind, whatever, you can't see, can you buy a Tesla with autonomous driving and be okay?
Probably.
Like you're not driving it yourself. You just like get in there, press the button to where you want to go, and it drives you, and then you go and it picks you up at the door. When you press the button, it comes to the, you know, like what do you think?
I'll make sure you pay the bill.
I don't know.
You can
afford to buy a Tesla. You can afford to have a chauffeur.
Oh, they're dropping the price. They're selling them at a loss now. Nobody's buying them, so you can buy them really cheap.
Yeah, everybody's not onto that electric car thing.
But
I mean, guys, I mean, we always hear all these things about electric vehicles. My younger brother, who is in no way mechanically inclined whatsoever, bought one, and you know what? He loves it.
The electric car.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, I just love that thing. It works great for me. I have 40 kilometers to work and 40 kilometers back. I can go anywhere. And you know what? Yeah, it maybe take 15 minutes to go charge. Yeah, that's right, Kenny.
So how long has he had it?
3 years.
Oh, yeah. That's
going on 3 years. He loves it.
Good.
Well, I've been driving a Prius since 2017. Not the same Prius. I got one of them totaled in a car wreck, but never, you know, all I've ever done is like change the oil and rotate the tires. That's it. I mean, nothing else.
I got a Corolla hybrid, and that's my first. And it's
you can expect nothing but oil changes and rotate your tires. So you can probably do all that yourself.
Yeah, and it's I mean, that thing is just sweet. It's got plenty. It's got 200 horsepower. For a small car, that's plenty.
So what make, Klaus?
A Toyota.
A Toyota.
Electric.
You got a hybrid.
Oh, it's a hybrid? No, your brother's EV. Yeah. What's John and Morton up to? No good.
Well, if when they finally stop picking at each other, you start picking at Nick.
Oh, mixed mowers. Okay, I couldn't see
mixed mowers.
Too bad he's not here.
I was just getting ready to say, John, good thing he didn't hear that.
Oh, I wish he was here.
Oh yeah.
He's probably there.
Somebody screenshot it and
he's in
send
the
it to me.
background.
I saw him earlier.
Around.
I saw
Yeah,
him
he
earlier.
trolls. He trolls on us a lot. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
He trolls on us a lot.
Yeah, he does. I'll just screenshot it and send it to him.
Screenshot.
You guys were talking about football earlier. This is one of my favorite. I don't wear caps, but I do have some of them. This is my favorite.
I like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Dallas
It's
Cowboys.
because it's
It's
Klaus
got
in
the,
the
yeah,
younger
it's got
years.
the Tasmanian
Okay.
devil on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Taz. Yep.
Yep.
That is pretty cool.
And believe it or not, I actually have one. I just don't know where it is.
I've
It says,
seen that.
it says LAPD.
Think of that Confucius thing I seen the other day. It said, somebody sent it to me. It said, Confucius say, virginity like soap bubble. One prick, all gone.
Yeah, exactly.
The Tasmanian devil is it's just because it's Klaus is in the younger years. So
No.
wild and not untamed.
You was the Tasmanian devil back in the day, Klaus?
No.
You talk about those bar fights.
And those steals.
Or Confucius
talking-
say, man who
talking about
walks the
stills?
airport turnstile sideways going to Bangkok.
I don't need to go to Bangkok. I'll
No.
catch something bad. That's no good.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to Bangkok, you come back with something you didn't go there with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most likely. Yeah.
Or if you do what the airport thing is, you're going to sing like Frankie Valli for the rest of your
Well,
life.
it's like Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except the chlamydia.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I hate Vegas with a vengeance.
Yeah. It just
I've been
sucked
there.
in.
I've been there 7 times, and it doesn't get any better.
There's a doggone wallet eater. Yeah.
And I don't
And
even
if they-
gamble. I gambled once. I ran the first time I was in Vegas. I got to get this out of my system. I ran in, got a chit for $100, put it on the roulette on black, won, went back, exchanged it for money, and never played since. Done.
Yep. There you go.
Smart man.
It does nothing for me. It really doesn't. It's funny, but it
All right.
doesn't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've exceeded our 4-hour or 3-hour limit. We were at about 2:16. So Hank
thought it was
just,
But it was
2-hour
so
limit.
much fun.
Hank just texted me a video of him enjoying his birthday. Well, his celebration with his granddaughter. So that's nice. I don't want to put it on YouTube, but we'll
Yeah.
throw it in the WhatsApp.
Charlie.
But anyway, thanks to everybody who showed up. Stella, thanks for co-hosting as always. Klaus, always a pleasure. Mr. Clem, Brock, Wayne.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having us, Ken.
Hold on. I was gonna say who's the challenge guy? Brett. Oh, there you go.
Oh, God.
And we got the guy with
Me?
the funny
Oh,
hat. Where is he? There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Ah,
There.
The funny hat.
With the pricks mowers.
Thank you for having me.
There.
Guy.
Anyway,
There's
subscribe to everyone here if you're not, especially the ones in the chat, Noel and all the rest of them. So, Mega's here, New Zealand. Hello, Mega. How are you?
Omega.
Better late than never.
Yeah, we gotta see what's going on for dinner. And the snow, not yet. Almost not yet. We're getting there. Probably another hour. We'll have some stuff. Anyway, everybody be safe, and tomorrow's another day. So we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
having me.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
Thanks for hosting,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
And let's see. We are